What is going on, everybody? How we doing today? Oh man, I'm a little bit sick. In fact, I'm a lot of bit sick. I'm not as bad as I could be, but I'm just bad enough as to where I'm waking up every morning and I'm like, and that's that's kind of what happened today. I woke up, I got some food, hung out with my wife. Then I took a nap, and that nap was supposed to be a half hour. It turned into like an hour and a half, 2 hours, and that's why I'm late. I originally was gonna stream at 5. Um, then I woke up like at 5. It was like 5:06, and I was like, oh fuck. All right, okay. Like I get out of bed, and then I end up scheduling the stream. I'm like, whatever, we'll do like 5:30. It's like 5:16 by the time I scheduled the stream. And then 5:30 rolls around and I'm kind of like checking some stuff real quick, and I'm like, what the fuck? What the fuck, dude? What? Huh? You know? Um oh man, um but um oh, man. So fish tank is still going on. All right. Fish tank is still going on. It is now Hell Hotel, to my understanding. That's something that I heard used used to describe it. And look, like, you know, at this point, I think we can all agree that the season has kind of fallen apart. And the only reason I'm saying that is because Jet said the season fell apart. And you run that risk when you're in that situation where you're doing a live stream reality show like this. It's not the first time something like that has happened. I believe what's his face? I forget his name. I'm like glowing right now because I have a white background. I'm fucking glowing right now because I have a white background. But um um yeah, dude, I'm sick. It's just a head cold. Everywhere else in my body is fine, but my nostrils and sinuses and shit like that, I'm all fucked. But um like what's his face? Neon is his name. Neon had the production company that he hired walk out on him mid-stream, to my understanding, and that was the last I heard of his what is a clear fish tank knockoff. Like, obviously, I can't say that he definitely a million percent uh watched fish tank, was like, I'm gonna do that too. But I mean, come on, come on now. I think it's I think it's interesting the way that he kind of pulled something together that was exactly like Fish Tank a year and a half after it became a proven method, if you could say. Now, um, yeah, it sucks that Fish Tank is in the state that it's in right now, but I think that if there's anybody who can pull it out of the depths, it's obviously going to be Sam and Jet. Those guys think so well on the fly, and they're so good at being able to pull shit out of their ass half the time that, um, like, I have full faith in them to be able to uh, do the right thing. Do the right thing, make it good. I've talked to some people. I'm not going to say who. They didn't tell me a ton anyway. They just told me that there is a plan. There is a plan, and they told me they don't want to tell me what that plan is because it's all going to make sense, and they're going to think that the surprise is more worth it than telling me right now. And I don't want to annoy them. I could be like, but dude, but tell me, dude. But you know what? I'll take their oh fuck, excuse me. I'll take their word for it. I'll take their word for it because they've built up enough good faith with me, meaning Jet and Ben, that I'm willing. I'm willing. I made a tweet yesterday saying that I think it's interesting how people are now kind of coming around to the fact that season two was actually a very good season. And it's just funny because I remember at the end of season two, I talked and I said, look, uh, people are going to look back at season two and they're going to think that it's a really good season, but it was even more than I thought. Like, people are comparing season three and season two, and they're holding season two up as a quintessential example of what Fish Tank is, of what it's supposed to be. And um, I think that's interesting. And I think by the time season five rolls around, because once you hit season five, it's kind of like, okay, you can kind of really start to take the best and the worst and rank them. You can hit that tier list if you want. Um, like I think that season two probably will be held up as like that quintessential example of what Fish Tank is supposed to be. If I'm being honest with you, I think a lot of the hatred of season two came from people who were still pissed off about the edits and the response to the edits that not Sam Jet had. And because people were pissed off at Jet for a little while, they brought that anger into season two. In addition to that, this is also a voyeuristic show where people want to see pain and suffering a lot of the time, and it's a very vocal minority of people who will be upset at anything other than like the worst of the worst kind of hassling, right? But the vocal minority of people were so angry at Jet, and then at the fact that like every now and again the fish had to be allowed to like sleep and things like that. That um, they dogpiled and they tried to act like fucking, it was the worst. Jet let us down, blah 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 blah, blah, right? Um, so it's good to see that season two is getting the respect that I think it deserves. I remember watching season two while I participated, but I also watched it, right? And I was captivated by season two the entire time with the ups and the downs. And when the downs came, I'll be honest with you, there was a time or two where I was like, oh man, wow, this really sucks. How are they gonna come back from this? But um like at the end of it, I didn't remember any of the quote unquote bad times. I didn't give a fuck about Cole leaving and people being pissed about that. I didn't give a fuck about in fact, I can't even remember a lot of the stuff that people were saying. The only major critique that I remember is when Cole left and people were like angry about it. And it's like, well, all right, whatever. Um like season 2 was a really really good season is the point that I'm making. And I think I think people are starting to come around to it because they're seeing what could be. They're seeing what could be in terms of a fish tank season that kind of goes left instead of right. It zigs instead of zags. And like I said, I trust that Sam and Jet are going to end up bringing it back around, and it's going to be a worthwhile ending. I trust that they're going to do that. However, oh man, excuse me. However, like as of right now, yeah, we are kind of in a dark spot. There's somebody on Reddit who keeps like I've talked to this guy. He hit me up. He sends me screenshots of things that people say and stuff that he says every now and again. And he sent me a screenshot like just before I was gonna hit play. And I wanna read it because I think it's an interesting thing. I am gonna kind of refute what he says a little bit, right? This is a guy who I've interacted with him before. He's a cool guy, and he likes me, and he likes boxing and martial arts and shit like that. So this is from Reddit. He posted this like 15 minutes ago. He like posted it and then sent me the screenshot. So shout out if you're watching, dude. Um, if they had more challenges with guests and if they had a regimented workout like Sensei Scott's boxing class or something, they would have been fine. These things act as a way to space out Jet's ideas so they don't have to carry so much of the show and also use every last idea they have early. People call Scott nontent and complain about boxing. Nobody does that. Nobody does that. Everybody loves me. Everybody does. But if you aren't a virulent child, you can take the karate with the hassling and see how it all plays into the show so this doesn't have to happen. Everyone who's pissed about this right now better apologize to Scott, starting with Jet, for not having him on season 3. Like I said, I'm going to refute this. Jet doesn't have anything to apologize to me for. They were trying to make the best season they could, and I just didn't fit into that season. Like I said, I think that given the way Sam spoke about karate instructors and the way the fish reacted, and not only that, but the way they started setting up the Den PTZ camera. You remember they set up the PTZ cam in not in the den, the flat. They set up the PTZ camera in the flat. Um, that only got used like once. But like they set it up very, very soon after. I think like the same day or maybe the day after, Sam asked me about the karate, right? Not me, but them about the karate. Um, I feel like they were probably trying to set it up so that I would be able to get in there and teach them karate. I feel like that might be what was going down, you know? But what happened very soon after that is I'm pretty sure they did the reveal, and then multiple people who they would have had in the karate class left. So it kind of became a point where it's like, what is the point? What even is the point? I think that's probably what happened. So I don't think Jet owes me an apology or anything like that. All right, it's all good. Whatever. Who cares? But one thing I will say is that yeah, like kind of what I was talking about with the karate not being for the people, the karate not being for the fans, excuse me. That's kind of another angle of that, right? Is uh if Jet and Ben can only think up uh 20 bits or 30 bits, right? 30 jokes, 30 activities, 30 whatever. It's a 42-day show. So that means they need if they think up 30 jokes, 30 whatever, they need another what 12 days. They need another 12 days of shit that they have to fill. Excuse me. Um what they can do is if they can think up 30 things that they can run, right? Whether it's all before the season or maybe as time goes on during the season, in between those things that they have. Fuck, dude, this is so fucking frustrating. It makes it so hard to speak. Um, sorry, hold on. Oh man. Oh, dude, that's so annoying. And it's only a little bit better too. It only feels a little bit better. But what I was saying, all right, when it comes to the karate and boxing or whatever you want to call it, like if Jet and Ben can only think up 30 ideas, right? Well, let's say they have one idea per day and they can only think up 30 ideas, they still need about 12 more days of some kind of activity to keep the fish busy, right? And to keep the audience a little bit occupied to a degree. Now, uh, you can make most of the people happy some of the time, but you're never gonna make everybody happy. That's just the way it is. There's people who love Frank Hassel. There's people who hate Frank Hassel. There's people that love seeing Airsoft Fatty. There's people that hate seeing Airsoft Fatty. Right? That's just the way it is. Um, but um, like the bottom line is they need someone or something to keep everybody busy for the days that they don't have anything to think up. And in addition to that, having something like, say, a boxing class would give them the necessary spacing between certain jokes and certain bits and certain activities that they need. In addition to that, it's not like they're going to have every single activity thought up before the season. They might have a week and a half to 2 weeks of activities that they have planned out, and then they're going to have to see what happens with who. They're going to have to test people out, see what they can get away with, and then they're going to have to think up more stuff on the fly. And if they're at a point where they're out of ideas, it's like, hey, call in Scott. That'll be the major activity that day, or call in whoever, call in whatever, you know, that'll be the major activity for that day. And that'll keep the fish busy. It'll keep them stimulated. They won't be bored. They won't be as upset as they could be. The audience will at least have something to look at other than the fish just doing this. They all become a bunch of Ians and shit like that. They're just doing that all day. Um, so like boxing is part of the identity of Fish Tank, and I think boxing classes are probably a lot more important than a lot of people even realize. And I've seen people like again, I fuck like I don't tell these people to stop as much as I probably could. You know, I don't tell them to stop as much as I probably could. Maybe it's partially my fault, but there's like two or three people who every now and again they send me fucking screenshots from like 4chan or whatever. I don't check 4chan anymore because I'm not on the season this season, so they're not going to be talking about me a ton. Therefore, I'm not interested in seeing what they have to say because even if I was on the season, they say mean things about me anyway. So why would I want to check in when I'm not on the season and they're probably just being obsessed weirdos? But um, there are people who send me screenshots from places like that every now and again. And I was reading one of the things from a guy who sends me screenshots every now and again. And like it seems like people are kind of coming around to that idea just a little bit. Like legit, I saw screenshots earlier from I won't say exactly where, but they were saying like, yo, like Scott would have actually unironically made the season better. And it's like, well, thank you. You know, it sucks that it took this to get certain people to be like, man, I miss Scott. you know, it sucks that it took that, but I do appreciate any and all love that I get. I just ask that you don't hate on Jet and Ben and Sam. I understand they're in dire straits right now, but nobody can ever bat 1,000. That's just the way it is. And most like the average person only bats 300. So when you take someone like Jet and Sam and Ben, who they've been batting 500 to 700 this entire time, that's pretty fucking great. That's kind of all time great numbers right there. Ask ask Vance, he'll know what I'm talking about with the numbers and shit like that. The average MLB hitter only hits 3 out of 7 times that they are up to bat. They only get a hit 3 out of 7 times that they're up to bat. So if you get a hit 2 out of 3 out of 7, geez, 3 out of 10 times. The average MLB hitter, all right, I'm fucking up, but the average MLB hitter only gets a hit 3 out of 10 times that they're up to bat. If you get a hit 2 out of 10 times that you're up to bat, you're below average. If you get a hit 4 out of 10 times, you're above average, and that's actually really, really good. Like if you're batting 400 in the MLB for an entire season, there's a good chance you're on the All-Star team. You're representing the American or National League on the All-Star team. Oh man. Oh, excuse me. People love to hate. We need more Khajit representation in the fish tank. We do. We really do. We really do. Uh, Wild Kyle. Are you related to Randy? Are you related to Randy, sir? Was just thinking that today. I missed the Jits. Yeah, yeah. It would have been nice to get in there when Connor was still in there because we could have did wrestling stuff. He could have showed me pro wrestling shit and I could have showed him real wrestling shit, that would have been fun. Would have liked to see them in boxing class or some kind of martial arts. Yeah, it would have been nice, would have been nice. Um Bert Stop Guy says 64% of the time it works every time. Exactly. But like, I wanted to read that. I wanted to read that, right? Just because I have said that boxing is part of the identity of Fish Tank. And I've said that it serves a purpose other than just trying to give content to the fans. Content to the fans is not meant to be the main thing. It's not meant to be the big piece of it, right? Obviously, I tried my best in season 2. I kind of failed at making it a little bit more interesting for the people at home. But as we got later in the season, I would have made it more interesting because I had unhinged ideas. And if I was in season 3 this time, this time there's only going to be one season 3. If I was in season 3, I was going to lead with the crazy shit. I was going to I'd teach them some like basic boxing, kickboxing, whatever. And then we'd immediately go into like, all right, here's a rolled up magazine. Pretend it's a knife. You're gonna be stabbing the fuck out of him. He's gonna be trying to stop you. Like, I would have went directly into that kind of shit a lot sooner, because I know what people want, Excuse me. But I was just highlighting. Oh boy, it's getting fucked up again. I was just highlighting the non-entertainment importance of the regimented martial arts, boxing, just workout, whatever you want to call it, in the pursuit of the overall goal of entertainment, because it all goes back to the, oh, hey, let's have a season that's this long and we will like make sure that it's good the whole way through, RV boxing, RV jiu-jitsu, that'd be crazy, Bullshido class would have been funny too. I bet you would have had a blast with Alex B, Burt, and all of them. Yeah, that would have been good. That would have been good. If I played AOE with Taylor recently, I played with him last night. I played AOE with him last night. We've been playing AOM, but I happened to see he was online, and I hadn't played video games with anybody in a while. I was feeling lonely. I was feeling lonely, so I was like, oh fuck, let's jump in and see if they're like down to play a little bit more. And yeah, we played a few games, and it was a good time. It was a good time, I really like Taylor. He's a cool guy. He's a cool guy, He's been good to me too, Scott, this is brutal, man. Get some hot tea. No. You know what I will do though? You know what I will do? I should have been drinking this all day today and yesterday, but I've been lazy. I've been lazy. All right. Fish Tank Season 4, all in a pool. Exactly. It'd be very interesting to do a Shark Tank where one person has to face a new person every 2 minutes. Yeah, that would be good. Especially like with the knife stuff. Especially with the knife stuff, Part of the issue, right? Part of the issue with the karate during Season 1 is I didn't know what direction we were taking that in. I was told a month or two before Season 2 took off that I should buy stuff to make a dojo with. I was given a budget of like a few $1,000s, and I was told to have a dojo prepared. Well, when I got to the house, there was no place to have a dojo prepared. All the rooms had their themes, and they had shit in them, and there was a lot of crowding and stuff like that. So, the whole dojo idea kind of got scrapped immediately. But and then on top of that, like Season 1, we did boxing, but we didn't do like legit fights. That wasn't something I knew we were going to be doing, A lot of the first week or two, or even like week and a half, 2.5 weeks of the karate was me having no fucking clue what direction we were going to go in with that. And if I knew that we were just going to be straight up having fist fights by the end of it, I would have said fuck it. The first day would have been the calisthenics, the fucking each knee, son, right? That shit. But then I would have went right into kickboxing training. I would have went right into, all right, here's how you seriously hurt somebody. I would have went right into that. And the fights in Season 2 were extremely, extremely good, but they would have been even better, because they would have been even more well trained. I would have loved to see John versus Daniel. Dude, that would have been pretty funny. That definitely would have been pretty funny. Oh man. But yeah, like part of the issue with the Season 2 karate, if I'm just being honest about it, was that I had no fucking clue what they wanted out of me, and I had no clue like what I should have been doing. If I'm just being honest about it, not to throw anyone under the bus, but like I was just like, huh? There was like 1 or 2 times I showed up and they had an idea for me, or they told me what was going on and how I should play off of it. But a lot of the time I'd show up and they'd be like, so what do you got planned today? And I'd be like, I'm too fucking nervous to have a plan, dude. I'm too nervous and I'm going to do something and you guys aren't going to like it. And you're going to cut You're gonna cut ties with me or something like that, you know? Excuse me. Oh man. Man, oh man. Man, oh man, oh man. Oh, I love the boxing and blood games, especially when the production cooks started throwing hands too. Yeah, that was pretty funny. Justice is a funny guy. You know, I like Justice. He's a cool guy. The music for Blood Games was a huge part of what made it good. I thought they would have had more music in season three. Uh, I don't know how music would have played into season three live. You know, something like Blood Games, it's a lot easier to tell where that would play into it. But with something like with something like with something like season three, a full season, it's like, yeah, how are you gonna do that? Would you make a Master Ken or Rex Kwon Do type of character for a future season? Maybe. I could do that. I could do that. The thing is, like, I don't really like Master Ken. It's not that I think he's like shitty or anything like that. I get where the humor is in that, obviously. I just think it's almost kind of hacky type of humor. Which I'm sure some of you are like, well, you fucking suck at being funny. I like comedy on a level where I kind of dissect it and shit like that. I can like I was explaining it to my wife yesterday. I'm looking at Hulu and it's just a bunch of Jim Gaffigan specials and then a bunch of hack fucking comedians that are like gonna go nowhere, you know? Um, but they have Hulu specials because for a long time comedy has not been about like being funny. It's been about whose dick you can suck, but sometimes literally. Um, but like master like restomp the groin every time. He has one joke and that joke plays out in tons of other martial arts, and because a lot of martial artists have CTE and they don't know what comedy is, they don't know what funny is. They're just like, ah, he restomped groin, ha ha, ha ha, that no work, ha ha, that move no work, ha ha, oh, restomp the groin, ha ha. Excuse me. you know. And to me, I'm just like, that fucking sucks. He was actually in Massachusetts recently. I could have went and met him if I wanted. He was in like Fall River or some shit like that. He did a show at if you want to call it that, at this like award show thing for martial artists or something like that. Oh, excuse me. Mm. Um, Irish Rex Kwon Do would be funny. Yeah, and like I'm not saying I couldn't create a character that is like that. It's just like it's too easy to create a character like that, and because of that I would feel like fucking gay doing it. Um like the Shane Burgos character, I liked the Shane Burgos character because it was a parody of another type of guy that you tend to see in the martial arts or combat sports world, which is the high energy Taibo tier pad holder boxing trainer guy. Basically the type of guy that trained iDubbbz for his fights. Um, basically like that kind of guy right there is he like that guy is so fucking annoying, and I wanted to parody that while also playing into something that was said by Bert. Not Bert, what the fuck. um Sorry, one sec. I was just checking something out. Anyway, what's his face? Alex. Alex loved Cobra Kai. He was always wearing the Cobra Kai shit. All right. When they had him do his little like wannabe karate class, he actually, it's funny. He did a drill that was very similar to a drill I had them do in season two, where the with the shoulder tapping and stuff like that. Um, Um, but yeah, like when he's having them do that drill, everybody starts talking, and he's like, "Quiet!" You know, he's saying that like Johnny Lawrence in Cobra Kai. You know, and it was just funny, man. It was just funny. You know, the Bugman karate instructor with a Turkish streamer wife is a good character. Oh boy. Yeah, yeah. I saw Bert's license plate. I saw that a while ago. Yeah. What a fucking what a weirdo, you know. Um, Speaking of Wild Randy, what do you think of his boxing this season compared to season two? Um, I I I forget how he did in season two. I know he boxed with Airsoft Fatty, but in fact, you know what? Now that I think of it, I don't know if I really watched, or if I did, I didn't pay too close attention as to where I internalized it all and can remember it. I remember he boxed Airsoft Fatty. I remember being impressed with Chris because obviously Frank was holding back. You know, Frank's a lot bigger than Chris. Um, and he especially held back against Bert. But yeah, you know, it just is what it is. I don't know, you know. Oh yeah, you should do a breakdown of the fights in season three if you haven't yet. I really don't feel like doing it if I'm being honest with you because the fights were that bad. They were that bad this season. Like the only one that I did a breakdown of that I think actually deserved it was Luke and Kawan, you know. And like you guys got to realize what's worth it for me to look at and what's worth it for me to even talk about, you know? Cuz like I get tons of people anytime someone pushes somebody, anytime someone sneezes on somebody else by mistake, I get tagged on Twitter like Sullivan MMA breakdown, Sullivan MMA thoughts, thoughts, and it's like I don't have any thoughts because that was a fucking joke and I don't care about it, you know. Like I really don't care about the I really don't give a shit about the Alex versus Symbol fight. Right? That was like so awful. I broke it down live on stream, and I just remember seeing it and thinking to myself like this was a fucking waste of time, you know. The fights in season 2 were so much better than the fights in season 3, and again, that is another function of the boxing training. Um, Excuse me. And it's not just a function of the boxing training; it's a function of the way that I train people. I'm very functionality first, technique second. You know, and because of that, when it comes to having to train somebody up for like a week or two and then be like, all right, you're gonna get into a fist fight now. They tend to do better. They tend to do better, you know. Um, but like, you know, again, like season 2 had training, and because of that, their fights were a lot better usually. But season 3, they didn't have training, and the people were just softer in general. And because of that, you know, the fight sucked. And I'm not gonna waste my time on shit where it's like maybe one good punch landed and it was a complete and total fluke. But other than that, they were throwing at each other like that. You know, I'm all set on that. I'm all set on that. You know. Oh man. Anyway, um, Luke at least knew how to punch. Yeah, that was nice. Luke versus Kawan, Goebbels versus Gilgamesh. Dude, that's pretty funny. That's pretty funny. All right. Anyway, it's what? Are you kidding me? Oh, all right. Okay. All right. All right. Okay. 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 We're gonna. I need to play this game at some point. I got Faith the Unholy Trinity for Halloween this year. We did the Halloween stream, and it was a good game. I enjoyed it. I don't feel a real need to play it again, but I there's something about it where I'm like, I don't know. I probably will revisit it at some point. But this came with it. I figured if you know, instead of paying $8, I pay 11, and I get an even better Not an even better, but like a better amount of games. I get twice the amount of games. I might as well just say fuck it and go for it, you know? Um, so yeah, I'm gonna have to check out Hand of Doom at some point. But today we are playing the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. Oblivion. I'm waiting for them to get someone that actually happens to train, or at least trained at some point. Yeah, that'd be nice, you know. It'd be not like I had no clue Octavius trains. It was funny because I went into the to the tank for season 2, and they got a new guy, Octavius, and I'm holding pads for Taylor, and he's just watching. He's like hovering around, and I'm like, what the fuck is this guy doing? You know? And it turns out he's hovering around because he trains, and he was probably interested in getting some training in. And it would have been nice if I could roll with him. It would have been nice to roll with somebody who actually knows how to fucking roll, you know? Um, Fucking, I rolled with Sam a little bit during season 2. That was a pretty good roll. Um, but like it'd be nice to get somebody else too, because Sam, he's not a huge fan of jujitsu or anything like that. He's surprisingly good at it, but he's not a huge fan of jujitsu. It'd be nice to get somebody who's actually like into jujitsu, so like we can do shit, and then when I'm like, yo, what's that move? He can show me, and when he's like, yo, what's that move? I can show him. You know, that'd be nice. I had hope for Bert when he said he was a boxer, but I'm pretty sure he took the free week and added it to his business card. That's exactly what I was saying, not my real name. And I was skeptical of Bert from the get go. And every time I say something, I'm like, yo, I don't believe this. There's always somebody who's like, no, actually, it was really proven. He does have a 160 IQ. It's like, fucking says who? Were you there when he got tested? Excuse me. I don't believe you. I got to be honest with you. Fucking you shouldn't be so gullible about it, so naive about it, because he says everything about himself. I've said it a million times. Anyone who they introduce themselves and they have to tack on everything they're up to and everything they've ever done in their entire life is they're bullshitting you. They're bullshitting you, even if it's like half true. Because like technically, all you have to do to be a CEO of a company is to open up a company. That's it. That's all you got to do. You know, you can give yourself, even if it's a sole proprietorship, you can just give yourself the title of CEO. There's nothing stopping you from that. Excuse me. Like fucking says who? Um, well, actually, I think it comes with the public or private status, but like regardless, do you know how easy it is to go public, especially nowadays, or just open yourself up to like private investment or something like that, much in the way that Fish Tank did with their fundraising. Like there's so many different avenues as to where you can call yourself a CEO, and like that's something they do in the black community a lot. Is you'll have a dude, he's straight out of Compton. All right, he lives in Patterson, New Jersey. He's from the Bronx, and he starts a clothing company with like Alibaba, or I guess Temu tier shit, and he gets that shit customized so it says like fucking black owned on it, and now he's calling himself a CEO. He has $40 in sales this year because his cousin bought some off of him to be a nice guy. But like the guy hasn't done shit. He just on paper he's a CEO. And that's the type of shit that Bert does. Is like he learns a couple of words in Italian, just enough to have a very narrow conversation, and he starts telling people he knows Italian. Basically, what I have right now with Portuguese and Irish. I could sit down in a restaurant in Galway, in Donegal, wherever, right? And if for some weird reason they were like, no, we're not speaking English. We're not speaking English here. Fucking, what do you want? Like I could be like fucking, I could order, I could order fucking. Oh man, that hardly means that I'm fluent or that I know Irish. It just means that I know a little bit of Irish. But I could easily turn around and be like, yeah, I know Irish. Because what are the odds I'm going to run into an Irish person who's seriously, seriously going to test me on that? You know? Um, it's like, it's just a weird thing where, like, Bert is just, he's trying his best to be Mr. Christian Grey. He's trying his best to be Black Christian Grey, you know? And, it's not working out for him because he looks weird, he acts weird, he moves like a baby giraffe. I've compared him to, you know. He moves like he moves like if you took a giraffe and put it on roller skates, you know. Fucking. But anyway, I once ran into an Irishman who told me my surname was direct from an Irish Duke in the year 1000. Pretty based. Yeah, that's one of the cool things about Irish surnames is that you can figure out what they come from pretty easily, you know, because like things have remained decently unchanged in terms of like stories and a lot of things, you know. Like I know my surname is oh yeah, I gotta talk to Grow Cash, don't I? My surname stems my surname stems from a royal line, the first royal line in Ireland, the Oanocht. And there was nobody from that royal line who ruled with the name Sullivan, but the idea is there is a line of people, they have kids, they have kids, they have kids, they have kids. At some point, one of the kids that you could trace back to that royal line directly, right? As in they would have been the kings, was named Sullivan, right? And then he kind of branched out and he had his own clan, if you will, right? Or the Sullivan clan kind of comes from that. And they can't decide, they can't figure out whether my last name means one eye or Hawkeye. And, you know, there's a few different connotations for that. But one of the stories that I haven't read it in a while, so I'll probably butcher it a little bit. But one of the sort of mythological foundations, one of the mythological stories. Ooh, interesting. Hell yeah, good. One of the founding mythological stories for like the name of the bloodline apparently is supposed to be that there was a man, right? He's hanging out one day, and there are a few people hanging around him. All right, there is a priest, there's a druid, and then there's this one dude who, um, he was blind in one of his eyes, and this guy who would be known as Sullivan after this, right? He sees the guy who's blind in one eye, and he's like, "Oh, poor guy. Here, have mine." You know. So now the dude who was blind in one eye can see in both eyes. Now there was a druid there, like I said, who saw that and he was like, "Aha, that was fucking dumb. You really just gave him one of your eyes. You know what? I'm gonna make you fully blind, sir." Um, so now Sullivan was fully blind. The druid did some magic shit. He whoa abracadabra, and now both of his eyes are gone. He's now blind. Now this priest over there saw this going down and he's like, "Nah, I ain't letting that druid bully this poor guy. He did something nice. That was an act of charity, damn it." And he actually took the druid's eyes and gave it to Sullivan. So Sullivan had his eyesight back. The druid is now blind, can't even do anything about it. And now the original guy who only had one eye is also able to see, you know? That's like, again, I haven't read that story in a long time. I can't even remember exactly where I stumbled upon it, if I'm being honest with you. But I remember enough about it as to where, like, oh, nice. Athletics, acrobatics, and armor, the three A's. Um, you know, it's I remember enough about it as to where I'm willing to share what is potentially a butchered story. You know, damn it, I'm trying to balance up here. The porter's just like, what the fuck are you doing, man? I'm having way too much fun doing this right now. Hey, hey, we did it. We did it. Yay. Hooray. Oh, I'm still in my raiment of valor. That's cool. Oh man. I like fascist Ireland. Oh boy. Um TK might be too much to learn. I thought HOI might be a good choice. What? What are you talking about? Not my real name. You know? Anyway. Yeah, yeah. It sucks how they dumbed down the skill trees, the skill things with Skyrim. I was a fan of having to use whatever skill you're trying to use. Or you're trying to, level up. First grow cash. Give me the loot.
I've got another contract for you, meat. I assume you won't embarrass yourself.
Can you guys hear this okay? I want it to be a little low. I want it to be a little low, but I don't want it to be so low that you guys can barely hear it, you know?
This guild is
Oh,
going to
fuck.
hell in a hog cart. Look at what they give me. Keld of the Isles, Odin Bar, both guardian rank. Useless.
That was rude. Oh, man. I think Sophia is a really nice name. I don't know if I would want to name my daughter that, but somebody named Sophia followed me. I don't think it's actually like the real name of the woman, but or it probably isn't even a woman, but I think Sophia is a really nice name. Um,
It's from Biena Amelian at the Water's Edge settlement. She needs something retrieved from her ancestral tomb.
just two orcs having a
Try not to muck
conversation,
it up.
of course. I think TJ plays CK right now. What the? Oh, Crusader Kings. Oh. I thought you meant a different CK. I thought you meant another CK. Huh. Well. Hell yeah. Oh man. Oh, the floor is lava. The floor is lava. These are those things that if you bite into, they expand rapidly. I don't know why anyone would want to bite into them like that.
Yes.
Shut up. You're in lava right now. Oh fuck, I'm in lava now. All right. So right now we're trying to get through the right now we're trying to get through the Fighters Guild quest line. That's what we've been working on the past few weeks. We paused that last weekend to do the Mike the liar. Jeez, he's quick, huh? Damn.
It's you.
The hero of Kavach. Oh, hey there. Yo, you.
Good day.
Anyway, we paused that to do the arena quest line last week. We ran through that. This week we're back on the Fighters Guild. I think next I'm gonna leave it up to everybody whether we do the Mages Guild, the Thieves Guild, or the Dark Brotherhood next. The Dark Brotherhood, I accidentally triggered that by mistake. I didn't mean to. I killed somebody thinking that I'd be able to autosave, but I got transported somewhere and the autosave was overwritten. So, I had to just kind of go with it. Whoops. Sophia probably comes from the Greek word for love. Yeah, Sophos. Makes sense. No, wait, no. Sophos is no, not Sophos. What am I talking about? Sophos is where we get sophisticated from. You know, it means like intelligent or wise or something like that. Um, I'm trying to remember the Greek words for love because the Greeks believed that there was five different kinds of love that you could have. One of them was a agape, which is um I believe that is like a sacrificial love, and they believe that women are not actually capable of that kind of love. They think that women are just incapable of it. I'm not going to tell you what I think, but there was Eros, which man, damn, I'm trying to remember it. I'm trying to remember it. You know, but they had different kinds of love, and they ranked those forms of love, and the highest form of love, I believe, if I remember correctly, was agape, and it was the kind of love where you would sacrifice yourself in some form for that person, and they believe that only men are capable of that, you know, because I mean, look at the way men are, you know, we work long hours, we sacrifice our bodies and shit like that to try and make sure that everybody around us is well off, you know, whether it's wife, kids, other people like that, you know. That's my issue, is that you know, that's why I'm fat, if I'm being honest with you, is because I spent so much time over the last 3 to 5 years um, just fucking worrying about trying to make sure other people are all good, trying to make sure I have the rent in an apartment that I really like. You know, I wouldn't be here if I wasn't married to my wife, you know. Trying to make sure that like I'm pulling my weight in a situation that I am not like having a good time in and things like that. Trying to make sure that I'm there so that I can teach classes at my gym. Not having the time or the energy to be able to work out and being stressed all the way through. So I'm stress eating and shit like that. That's where dad bods come from, is because eventually as a man, people get to a point where eventually as a man they get to a point where they're like, fuck, I don't have the time to go to the gym, I have to work extra hours so that I can take care of my family. You know, I love my family more than I love taking care of myself, so I'm gonna have to take care of them instead of taking care of me. um, you know, and well, now I'm stressed out, so instead of eating salmon and rice for dinner, I'm gonna eat fucking Chinese takeout or like whatever my wife cooks, and I'm not gonna be worried about if it's healthy or not. You know, she's tired. She just wants to have fucking pasta and sauce tonight. Yeah, that's fine. I'm gonna have 5 helpings of it. You know, that type of shit. Oh man, just don't eat shit and walk. Yeah, why don't you shut the fuck up, Whoa, fucking. When you're in the predicament that I'm in, you'll understand. You'll get it. You're not in the predicament I'm in right now. I don't even have kids yet. And like that's why I've kind of been these last 6 months or so, I've been really trying to like kick myself into gear to get something figured out so that I don't have to live the life that I live right now before I even have kids. It would be one thing if I had kids and I was on the schedule that I'm on right now, working morning to night and shit like that. That'd be one thing. Um, but it's something completely different, you know, when you don't have kids. You kind of realize how down bad you are. And you're like, wow, this is fucked up, dude. Holy shit. Um, but yeah, if you don't understand that, it's because you're still partially kind of a child, if I'm being honest with you. Like, you don't have enough in your life besides yourself that you have to take care of. And because of that, you're able to go to the gym and to worry about what you're eating all the time and all this other stuff. You're able to do that. Fucking, and Sam has talked about this in the past where you have these self-help gurus where their advice is to wake up at 4 a.m. and drink a protein shake and shit like that. And it's real easy for them to do that because all they have to worry about all day is podcasting for an hour or two. That's all they have to do. So they can afford to sit here and be like, yeah, I wake up at 4 a.m. just to work out. They can afford to be that way because that lifestyle allows them to do that. They don't have the kinds of things that other people have to worry about in order to survive, you know? And really, like, success a lot of the time for the average person who isn't lucky enough to get their squad killed in Afghanistan like Jocko Willink was, um, you know, success for them looks like fucking 10 to 12 hour shifts doing whatever, eating fucking potato chips and Chinese takeout or Subway or whatever, you know? That's what success looks like to them. And they wear that on their body. They get that dad bod. They get all that bullshit, you know? Fucking at the end of the day, excuse me, you know, it's like when I was in high school, it was real easy for me to put all the bullshit aside because I didn't really have bullshit, you know? And I'm going through that with the kid that I know right now. He's like really talented, real hard worker, you know? He's the type of dude, he gets up at 5 a.m. to work out and then he goes to school and then he gets out and then he comes to the gym. You know, I got him into wrestling as well. I almost became his wrestling coach this year, but they went with somebody else. Um, like he sits there and he likes to laugh and joke and you know mess around and be like, aha, what, you don't want to work out, you know, he likes to be that way. And he doesn't realize that it's real easy for him to be the way he is right now, specifically because he doesn't have problems the way that a 30-year-old man has problems, you know. And like, not to be an asshole, whoa, but it's not as simple as, nah, just do it, just do it, just do it. You sound like Jocko Willink, who again has the easiest life out of any of us here right now, you know. Again, real easy to be that way when you don't have real problems you have to deal with, you know. If you have problems though, if you have shit going on that you have to take care of, if you have people that you are beholden to, whether it's a wife and kids or if it's multiple people throughout your day who need you to be in a certain spot and be there and do a certain thing, then you understand. You're picking up what I'm putting down, you know? It's quite literally just a it's quite literally just a you know, it's an immature mindset to have, to not understand that a man's job is to sacrifice, and that means at some point you're gonna have to stop giving a fuck about whether or not you can get to the gym, you know. Because if you're sitting there and you have a kid, you have a wife, you have people that depend on you, and you have to spend all day working, you're being a female if you're like, but I need to get to the gym, but I need to. You're being a female if that's gonna be like your response to that, you know. It's just the way it is, and you don't have to believe me now as someone who's probably in your early 20s or something like that. You don't have to believe me now, but at the end of the day, yeah, shut up. At the end of the day, there comes a point where you have, oh, there goes Mike. At the end of the day, there comes a point where you have to stop caring about yourself and you have to stop taking care of yourself in order to take care of other people. It's just the fact of the matter, you know. You can scream at me all you want about don't eat this, eat that, do this, do that, haha. Like you just don't get it, you know. And there's nothing I can say that's gonna make you get it. You don't have to believe me, but I'm correct. Fucking idiot. You too. Bang bang. Oh man. Oh. Ah. Excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Just staying under 1,600 calories a day in a manual labor job got me from 330 pounds to 170 pounds in my late 20s. Very doable, my dude. Okay, cool. Did your manual labor job end when you went home? Did you get to just hang out after you went home? Or did you have to go home, sit down for a half hour, and then go to the gym for 3 or 4 hours and not actually work out, but instead teach other people and then go home and have to worry about whatever shit is going on at home? Were you trying to buy a house in the middle of that? Were you trying to set up your own business in the middle of that? Did you have other things that you were doing, or did you just go to work, come home, hang out? I don't want to be an asshole, but the fact is, nobody has the work ethic that I have here. It's just the truth. I'm just being honest about it. Like, none of you guys have the work ethic that I do. I am always doing something. You could add, like, there's people that can vouch for that. I am always fucking doing something. It's just the way that it is. I don't want to break into here necessarily, but I think I'm going to have to. Unless, yes, that is the place. You know, it's real easy to sit here and point to yourself like, oh, well, it worked for me. Well, I'm not you. I'm not you. What do you got going on? You know? I like Scott because he's like me. He tells you, then he totally tells you, then he makes sure he told you. Well, when people want to sit there and be like, you're just not working hard enough. It's like, I'm the hardest worker I know. There is nobody out there who works like I do. It is morning to night, 5 days a week. And then the days off that I have, it's not a day off. It's just a day with less work. There, baby. Whatever. She can't hear me. Fucking, like, legit. The bullshit that you hear from Jocko, the bullshit that you hear from Andrew Tate, people who their entire day is just, we're going to do a 2-hour podcast, and then we're going to fuck off, and we're going to smoke cigars. That's the actual lifestyle I lead. Those guys are bitch-made motherfuckers. They have no clue. You guys have no clue the life I lead. You have no fucking idea, you know? So when I tell you, yo, I'm overweight, because I don't have the time to give a fuck about the fact that I'm overweight outside of the moments where I'm like, man, I got to lose this weight. Anyway, moving on with my day. I mean it. I fucking mean that shit, you know? I remember the best I ever looked was during COVID because I didn't have to worry about 90% of the shit that I have to worry about now. You know, I could just lift weights and it's all good. You know? I could just work out and it's all good. But then COVID stopped and I start trying to build a life of my own where I'm not just going to be living at mommy and daddy's house all day. And as someone who didn't go to college, as someone who wants to own a business where, you know, I'm trying to set certain things up. And that especially started to take shape this last year or so. Like, it's, I just don't have the time, you know? I just don't have the time. Fucking, hold on. Scott, why you losing your voice? Yeah, because of Bert. Question for you. Do I ever have a day off?
Completely off? No.
Completely off? No. Do you know anybody who is always doing something the way that I'm always doing something?
No.
Yeah. I wake up on a day where I don't have anything to do and I find something to do, right?
Yes.
And it's not, oh, let's go and have fun at a bar. It's, hey, how can I make my YouTube channel better? How can I find a new way to market private lessons, or what can I do to learn the ropes of the martial arts industry? Hey, I have an idea. Why don't I write a book? Why don't I do this? Why don't I do that? Right?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes. Yeah. You see how quick she answered, right? You see she's not taking social cues where I'm like, right. I am the hardest worker that I know. I'm the hardest worker that you probably know, if I'm being honest with you. You know? And it's just fucking, it's, excuse me. And part of being a man is being that hard of a worker as to where your physical body takes a toll. You know, the reason why Sam is able to take care of himself is because he has so many things going on that he doesn't have to be hands-on with constantly, that he's able to work out if it comes down to it. And I'm not saying he's working out constantly. I'm saying that he purposefully set it up after years of just grinding. Because I know we all remember when Sam was a little bit less jacked than he is right now. He's a little bit more plump, you know? He spent years just grinding, being hands-on. And now he's finally at a spot where he can let Jet and Ben run Fish Tank and just show up and be Jason Goldstriker when he needs to be. And comedy tours will last like a month or two, and then he's good for a little while, you know? And then PGL is a few hours. You know, that is a testament to Sam's work ethic. But back before he was able to do that, back when he was under the gun, right after Adult Swim canned him, he started getting fat because he couldn't worry about working out, because he had to worry about making sure that his shit was taken care of, you know? And that's the situation I'm in right now, is I got to make sure my shit's taken care of, and I got to be working towards something where I can have a situation where it's like, okay, I can let this person run that for a few hours while I go get a workout in, then I'll be back to do my thing, you know? It's just, excuse me. Oh man. Yeah, you know what, fuck it, I'm breaking in. Oh, I thought I was gonna have to, whatever. Anyway, but yeah.
Sorry, friend.
Yeah, shut up.
Hello. You must be from the Fighters Guild. I'm glad you're here. I need your help to repay a debt.
Sam has kids? I don't know. I don't think so. Beats me. But anyway, like, I'm making that point because it's frustrating to have people who don't know what it is to be as hard of a worker as I am try and tell me that I'm just not working hard enough, that I'm making excuses and all this other shit. You will never know what it's like to have done the things that I've done simply because I'm such a fucking hard worker. I've changed the game in a way that you guys have no clue about, and maybe I'll tell you one day, you know? But that's because of the fucking work ethic that I have. Excuse me. You know? So to sit here and, you know, I love you guys. You know, I love you guys. But to sit here and be like getting advice from people who have no clue, it's like, first off, you're not in a spot where you're not at that point in your life where you have to man up and sacrifice yourself yet. If you're still talking like that, it just tells me you're probably 23, 24. You know, you're still able to kind of make time for yourself. You're not 30, 31, 32, trying to start a family, trying to buy a house, trying to start a business, multiple ventures and things like that. You're probably not doing that, you know? And that's fine, because I remember being 22, 23, 24, still having a similar work ethic, but also having the time to be able to like do that if I wanted to, right? There's nothing wrong with it. It's just you're at a different point in your life than I am, and you don't understand the other side of that fence. You know, you don't understand what it is to be on the other side of that fence, just like I didn't at the time, you know? So being on the other side of that fence, hearing it from people who have no clue, it's like, I just don't want to fucking hear it, you know? And that's why I get a little defensive. That's why I get a little upset, you know? Oh, excuse me. Anyway.
I am Vienna Amelian.
Oh, man. Wild Kyle says, Sam, Jet, you, everyone on Fish Tank Production and MDE are better role models for work ethic than 90% of the people who get propped up as role models. Yes. Yes. Oh, hold on. That's her.
I'm afraid so. My father had a bit of an issue with gambling. I'm afraid he built up a rather large debt. Now that he's gone, the debt is mine.
Oh, man. Sorry, just checking Instagram real quick. I put my grandma on speed dial. Call that Instagram. Wheezy. Oh, man. man.
Gone, dragged from our house in the night. To pay the debt, I'd like to sell the sword and armor of my grandfather, or I might be next.
Man, crazy to think that in the modern era, families are started at 30. That used to be the age when people would be approaching the end of their life. Yeah, that is pretty crazy, isn't it? You know?
A great deal over 1,000 septims. My father was quite a gambler. Quite a bad gambler.
I'm glad I don't have to eat the stomach of a rabbit full of half-digested food just to get the energy to continue to hunt for the food I need to survive. Oh, boy. Oh, man.
They were buried with my grandfather in the family tomb. The sword and cuirass were enchanted and should cover my debt. Please get them for me.
All right. You know what? I'll be a nice guy. I'll be a nice guy. But,
Not far in my family.
oh, wait, what am I doing? I'm going to be a nice guy.
Are you certain? I can't thank you enough. Please, though, if you decide to retrieve the sword and armor, keep them. At least until I can repay you.
See, because that sword and armor might be pretty cool, and if not, I'll go ahead and I'll just sell them, you know? Because I have more than enough gold right now. Wait a second. Oh, it's a fucking Shaden Hall. Scott, do you plan to have children? I'm planning right now. I'm planning right now, you know. My wife had to wait a year after her surgery to be able to have children. And it's not like the day she's cleared, I'm going to be like, it's not like the day she's cleared, I'm going to be like, oh, okay. So, the Emelian family tomb. Where's the Emelian family tomb? Oh boy. Fuck it. I'm gonna look that. I'm gonna look that up. I want that sword and armor. I don't give a fuck. Okay. Oh man. There it is. Perfect. Perfect. Anyway. Yeah, like it's not like I'm gonna wait till the day that she's clear and then start trying to have a kid with her, but you know, like we're trying to put everything together so that we can be as we're trying to put everything together so we can be as consolidated as possible. To have ooh, hey, would you look at that? To have kids so that it's not gonna be the absolute fucking worst, you know. Oh wow, 1 gold. And that includes things like having a house so that I don't have to worry about rent being raised every fucking year by these fucking crooks, you know? That includes having a business so I don't have to work my hands to the bone in the way that I do now, so that fucking I can have some time to spend with my kids. And then also, you know, pass on fucking, you know, knowledge about business owning and also, you know, martial arts shit. You know, it'd be real easy to teach them how to fight if I have a gym, wouldn't it? You know, those are things that I'm trying to set up right now. I'm trying to get good at that shit right now. And, you know, then I'll have kids over the next, like, year or two. That's my plan right now. Oh, man. Man. Nope. The fuck was that? Oh. Wow, good one, idiot. Who the hell is that? Oh. Oh. That was weird. Yeah, no, you want your kids to be MMA fighters? Nah. after I've seen what the game is, I'm all set with that. I want them to know how to fight, and if they wanted to fight, I'd train them up and, I'd corner them and shit like that. But I wouldn't ever push my kids into MMA. I wouldn't want to push my kids into any sport, If they decided they wanted to be soccer players, hey, fuck it, whatever. You play soccer until, whenever you can't play soccer anymore is. That's one thing. But I'm not going to be that dad who, is like, come on, do the move. I'm not going to be that guy. And it's always some bitch-made fucking retard who's like, they've never played before. Like, that was my dad. My dad played Little League. By the time I was 13, I had more baseball playing experience than he did. And I was trained by people. I was trained by major league pitchers and shit like that, Because believe it or not, there's quite a few of those guys around. And just because you're in the MLB, it doesn't mean you're charging $300 per session, But the fact that you made it to the MLB at any point is still quite the feat. So it's good to learn from those guys. Even if it's a dude who they played for a year or two and then they got sent back down to AAA and they called it a season, here's my dad screaming at me trying to get me to do shit that half the time isn't even good for my arm. I'm going to the actual major leaguer. Oh, hey, I think that's the door in the Nibbin Bay. I could be wrong though. What? Oh, wow, I'm stupid. How do you fucking, Alright, whatever. I need to go out the north gate, I believe. I was following the marker like an idiot. But I mean, hey, at least I got some cool shit. Anyway. What was I gonna say? Yeah, Nernroot. I haven't even talked to Sindarian yet. But, I couldn't be one of those people. And I see those guys in my class now where it's they're too pussy to take a jujitsu class. The adults jujitsu that they are more than welcome to take starts immediately after the kids jujitsu. They have never expressed an interest in doing it, but they're still sitting there before and after and sometimes even during class trying to be like, do the move. You got to put your hand here. They're doing that shit. And it's dude, shut up, Fucking get out of here. Don't come watch your kid anymore. That's what I want to tell these people, Is yo, don't bother coming to watch your kid anymore. And no, you know what? He ain't even worth it. I fucking punch assassinated him, but fuck it. We'll do Dwarven Longsword, might as well. But yeah, I wouldn't ever want to risk being one of those people. I would never, ever, under any circumstances, want to risk being one of those people. And because of that, it's nah, Poink, poink, poink. Yes, nope. Actually, I will take that. Oh. There we go. My coach always talks about parents berating kids. Yeah. Oh, look. Ah, are you kidding me? Are you fucking kidding me right now? Whatever, I have to drop this fucking longsword. Mace of weight. I should have sold that. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna drop this too, just because why not? Fuck it. I'm not a blunt fucking guy, but I suppose I might as well fuck around with it just a little bit. Some mort flesh. Oh, interesting. Oh, shit. Oh, shit. All right, cool. Hold on 1 second. Just gotta do something real quick. Um, and yeah, I think we'll do that. All right, cool. Well, forgot. Uh-oh. Oh, here we go. All right. Cool. All right, we're good there. So I found the fucking the not the gloves, the gauntlets. You find the other pieces. Of course, they're gonna be scattered around here. Oh, nope. Cast. Silver war axe, wormwood leaves. I'll take that. Take that gold. Also take that gold. I'll sit on that. Whoa, shit. That dude scared me. Sweet. I love one-shotting the skeletons and seeing them just fucking explode. That's my favorite. All my American friends, they never heard Fairy Tale of New York, which shocked me. Best Christmas song ever, in my opinion. Do you like it, Scott? I don't know if I've ever heard it either. You know, I'll have to listen to it after this. Yes, like that. Really, I'm fucking over encumbered again. How am I over encumbered? What do I have on me? All right, sick. Fuck it. 279 out of 255. So what do I need to get rid of? Arena. Ooh. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna get rid of that. Oh. Hate that I have to get rid of that, but you know, I don't know what else I can do. Get rid of this too. Suppose I'll throw that on. Although maybe if oh, that's light armor. This is supposed to be light armor. Really? That's pretty crazy. Fuck it. We using it. Potion of cure paralysis. I don't even know what to do. There's got to be something here that I'm carrying that can help. Guess not. Guess not. Guess not. Sucks you can't move at all. All right. Yeah. Hate to say it, but I'm gonna have to. Alright, that'll work. Ah, damn. Dude fucked me up. Light. Ooh, wow. That's a lot for the Raiment of Valor. You know what? I'm gonna see. Course. A fucking course. Alright. I ain't got no choice. Oh, well. Oh, wait a second. No, the rain. Oh, yeah, dude. I'm gonna drop that thing. Because I don't care about the light raiment. But you know what? I can at least sell the Raiment of Valor if it comes down to it. Damn. Damn. Alright, so it seems like I got at least a little bit. Whoa. Haha. Eat shit. I'm supposed to drop down here. Okay. I'm sure that fucking he probably had some pants with it too. But I'm gonna just leave it there because I can sell this shit and I can sell this shit and I'll be in good shape, you know? Yep. There's the strange door. Interesting. What's this? The Inn of Ill Omen. Oh yeah, that's where I have to kill Rufio. I have to kill Rufio there. Market District. I hope that everyone is doing well and having a good night. Thank you, Unlocking Paradoxes. Alright, I'm gonna go into the fighting chance. Into a fighting chance.
A pleasure to speak with you. Only quality goods for sale here.
Yeah, shut up, bitch.
What can I interest you in?
Thank you. You know what? She should love the hell out of me right now. Ace of weight, take it.
I can't do that.
You fucking bitch.
Another.
No, I'm not satisfied.
For you? Of course. I'll take that and thank you very much. Armor, weapons, I have it all. How may I help you? You're trying to drive me out of business.
You fucking bitch. Big dumb idiot. Alright. So that's good.
That seems a fair price.
Alright, I think we're good there.
Come back and
Yeah, shut up. I don't like you.
be seeing you.
Me children are starving, please help.
Then, oh yeah. Gilded Carafe.
Good to see you.
Oh, you.
Orphalos. I'm a sneak. Advanced sneak, in fact. And I train sneaks. No law against it.
Alright.
Let's get to training.
Ah.
You too.
I'll get it.
Hello again. You're more than welcome here. May I interest you in some of my fine wares?
I'm just gonna sell her mad of my shit because like I don't think I'm gonna be doing a ton of you know, alchemy shit this time.
That's you've made that seems a fair price. You've made a good bit of
Keep the data hearts though, because those help with health.
That's more than you.
Nope, nope. Even that urn root. You can eat shit. Painted troll fat. Alright. Fuck it. Oh, fuck. I sold somebody's prized Minotaur horn.
A fine. That's more. A fine. That seems a fair. You've made.
Fucking watermelon.
An excellent bar.
Alright, cool.
Thank you for your. Goodbye.
Fucking creep. Alright. So we're walking around a lot lighter and a lot more naked than we were before. So we will put on the raiment of valor. No, I need to not heal that, fix it. But I don't even think I can fix that right this second because it's enchanted. Yeah, it's enchanted. So, you know, we'll throw on the Kavach Curious. Whatever. All right. We still need greaves and boots. I got fur boots. I look fucking stupid. Just wearing no pants. Dick hanging out. No, this.
I'm Irene Metric.
I didn't think that was gonna be a chick.
More, you already know. I've been hearing disturbing tales about Oblivion gates opening all across Cyrodiil. I hope it's just wild talk.
All right, so we need to orient ourselves. Oh yeah, I got to talk to Bursgrow Cash in Shaden Hall. Fucking pain in the ass. There we go. Bang, bang. Man, if I won the lottery today, I'd throw my computer out the fucking window and never look at another screen until the day I died. It allows me to make good money, but I hate it. Yeah. Yeah. Sucks we have to do shit we don't want to do, you know? Like I there's something fun about like I guarantee you, as hard as our ancestors lived, they probably lived happier lives overall, you know? Like hunting isn't easy, but you know what? I bet it's actually probably real fucking fun. People do it as a leisure activity, you know? You get a reward from it. You get a reward from it. You know, your dopamine hits when you make the kill. The less guarantee there is, the more fun there is, if that makes sense, you know?
You need to finish out the contract with Bienna Amelian in Water's Edge. What's the status? Paid her debt off yourself, did you? Not gonna get rich that way, meat. Still, the job's done. Here's your payment.
All right.
You're due for advancement. I hereby name you Protector of the Fighters Guild. Good day.
Oh wait, no. I need to talk to him about another contract.
Well met.
Yeah, shut up.
I've been told to send you to Coral for some.
Oh boy.
Goodbye.
You can completely overwhelm your dopamine receptors so easily. Yeah, it's like chasing a dragon's tail, you know? That's why dudes get addicted to porn and shit like that, and they need increasing amounts of it, is because they're sitting here like, oh dude, that was great. Let's do another. I want to feel good. I want to feel that good again. Oh, it doesn't feel that good that time. Well, what if I look up gay porn? You know? That's literally what these guys fucking have happened to them, you know? And before they know it, they're looking up like she-male shit. Well,
Anytime now.
I fucking killed this guy. I killed this guy a while ago. What the hell is he doing? I killed him immediately. I have to go find another place and kill him then. What is he doing here? He came back from the dead. That is not cool, bro. Damn. The ghost of Lord what? Oh.
It's my pleasure. Please continue. I've got another job for you, slightly off the record. You'll be going on a mission with Varanus Daunton. Yes, the Guildmaster's son. You're to accompany him and make sure he succeeds. He needs some time in the field to get his confidence up, or he'll never become a good warrior. Valena coddles the boy too much. Doesn't want him in the line of fire. Suppose it's no surprise after Vitellis.
He respawns after some time, I think, so no getting rid of your biggest fan that easy. Yeah. I'm gonna kill him again though.
His mother's been holding him back, protecting him. You'll go to Nonwell Cavern with him. Galtus Previa was lost there, and you're to find him. And not a word of this to the Guildmaster. Go find him. He'll be in the Daunton house, most likely. And bring him back in one piece.
Alright.
Time's wasting.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's you know.
Ready?
Yep, no, I'm ready.
Greetings, guildmate. What can I do for you? I'm Varanus Daunton. What can I do for you? A mission? Well, of course. I'm sure we can do this. You say this came from Orion himself. Well, perhaps I should speak with Mother first.
Nah. No time. We've got to go.
I'm prepared, of course. I'm sure there's no need to speak to Mother at all. Let's go.
When he's not looking, I just blast him with my sword. Yeah, I still got the enchanted sword right here. Non-Will Cavern. Okay, so Coral North Gate, even though I'm literally right there. Just heading right up the road. Got him. Alright, we found it. Baroness Daunton and I have arrived at Non-Will Cavern. We'll have to find out what happened to Galtus Previa, and I should make sure no harm comes to the young Daunton. I'm going right. Oh. There we go. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. What the fuck? That dude scared me. Fuck. What are you doing down there, you fucking moron? Holy shit. Natural thing. Wow. Taken out by a rat, huh? Good one. You have to. I'm going to jump over this just to have him trigger the thing when he walks through it. Uh-huh. Exactly what happened. What an idiot. Mace of Legion. Command humanoid up to level 3 for 30 seconds on strike. Okay, I'll take it. Again, I can sell it. Non-will chamber of the Titans. Okay. Just look at the fucked up shit the tobacco industry does to make cigarettes more addictive. Yeah, that's pretty wild what they do. You know, American Spirits were the only ones that I knew of that at least claim not to have any weird additives and shit like that in it, you know? And from what I've heard, I have no clue if it's actually true. From what I've heard, they're actually easier to get off of as opposed to like regular cigarettes, you know? I don't know if that's 100% true. I had a buddy who was like, I had a buddy who used to smoke am spears, and he'd be like, oh, dude, they're addictive free. They're addictive free, bro. Obviously not exactly how that works. Yep, so I gotta go this way. That away. Got him. Unconscious again. He's got another concussion. Another fucking concussion. Meanwhile, the adoring fan is still good to go. Still good to go. You are useless, dude. You are fucking useless. Holy shit. What is wrong with you? You know, if I can heal others. Nope. Did I, yeah, I did. Sick. Yeah, I have a high school friend who says weed isn't addictive, but I saw him buying it outside the supermarket at 10 a.m. on a Wednesday once. Yep. Uh-huh. Dude, it's not addictive. I can go without it. I just get really upset if I have to go without it. It's like, yeah, so do heroin users. You know? So do heroin users. Oh, dude, I just, like, spend a lot of my money on it. Yeah, so do heroin users. You know? Like, weed addiction and heroin addiction are not that different, if I'm being honest with you. Like, the way you act is not that different, you know? And it's not just a question of willpower. It's a question of, like, when will it happen to you? Ah, yes, thank you. Thank you so much for that. Thank you. You fucking bitch. Sweet. I'll take that steel dagger from him. Fucking idiot. Thank you so much. Anyway, yeah, like you'll sit there and you'll be like, "Oh, dude, like I don't have money. Why don't I steal some money from like my work or my mom or like my little brother or something like that, you know?" It's cool. I'll just take some of their money. No, I'm not addicted. I'm just stealing from people. I'm not addicted. I'm just stealing from people so I can have money for weed. I'm not addicted. I'm not addicted to weed. I just steal from people to support my habit, you know? You'll be like stoned as fuck and you'll be like, and people will be like, it depends on the strain, dude. It's like the fact that you would ever be like that in the first place is a bad thing. It's a bad enough thing you should be like, oh, yo, I gotta be careful with this. Sweet. Minotaur horn. Take that. Boy, does he look stupid. Tell them about Weed Man. We knew how many times did I drive him to the ER, dude. Fucking yeah. And then there's some people who are straight up allergic to weed, but they can't stop themselves from smoking it. That's which is what Neon is referring to. We had a buddy who was addicted to weed, but he was also allergic to it. He had like it was like I forget exactly what they called it. But it's it makes you like vomit, and not just vomit, but you'll vomit up blood and shit like that too, you know? We'll have to find out what happened. Oh yeah, we gotta figure out what happened to fucking Galtus. We have to figure out what happened to Gallstone, Gallbladder. But yeah, like, it's a situation where it's like you're vomiting up blood because weed, like, is not good for you, you know? And, people will still be like, nah, man, it's my medicine, dude. My medicine makes me vomit blood. I'm allergic to my medicine. That's why I gotta keep taking it. It's like, holy fuck, man. That is crazy. Oh, we found him. We found the corpse of Galtus Previa. We should now return to modern Orion. Oh, you big dummy. You know, I think really the only difference between weed addiction and heroin addiction or addiction to some kind of opiate is that weed will not kill you in the quantity that heroin will. You know, fucking. I think that's literally the only difference, and that is not enough of a difference to make weed an okay addiction. Any addiction is a bad thing. It doesn't matter what you're addicted to. Sugar, you know, in the form of soda or like, you know, just whatever it is. Porn, anything. Adrenaline, right? Being an adrenaline junkie isn't always necessarily the best thing. You know, but like weed addiction is an addiction. I don't care what anybody says. You know, it has all the same hallmarks of a heroin addiction, except you typically are not going to overdose on weed, you know. But that doesn't make it okay. You know, that does not make it okay. You're not going to OD on porn, but porn addiction is clearly a bad thing, you know. In fact, porn, when you think about it, is probably less physically addicting than weed. You know, how many people out there are addicted to weed? Probably a lot more than are addicted to porn. You know, I also think it's a lot easier to dabble in porn. Not that you should be doing that, but it's a lot easier to dabble just watching porn every now and again to get a nut. It's easier to do that than it is to just smoke a little weed every now and again because you feel like letting loose, you know? weed addiction is just like a permanent video game debuff, but in real life won't kill you, but it will drag you down. Yes, 1,000,000%, you know? It's like vampirism. It's like Oblivion vampirism. Oh, damn. Oh. Dumbass. It's like vampirism in Oblivion. You know, like you feel like you can't do something, you feel like you can't go outside, you feel like you can't go through your day without whatever it is you need, you know? Weed and shit like that.
Hey there.
He's really happy to see me.
What have you found out about Galtus Pradia's disappearance? Dead. Damn. What got him? I suppose that's it then. Odd that there weren't creatures around the body, though, and that it hadn't been eaten. I'll pay Danton for his contract, and I've got this for you. Good work getting him back in one piece. I might make a real soldier of you yet.
Short sword of jolts. Sweet. Am I over encumbered?
Really.
No, I'm not encumbered, so I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna sell the shit. The hell is this fucking Yahoo?
What can I do for you?
Hondatar? Dharma?
Ah, the comely Argonian lass. You may have met her if you've ever been in her mother's shop. Northern Goods and Trade.
Northern Goods and Trade. Oh, man. I'm starting to break down because I'm sick. I'm not gonna go for too much longer. Alright, I'll do another quest or something like that. And then, you know, I'll probably call it for the day. You know, I've been getting some pretty good sessions on Sundays, like 3 to 4 hour sessions, and I'm happy with those. But today I'm just like, you know, I'm trying to get over this sickness, and I thought I was over the worst of it yesterday. And like, don't get me wrong, it's not that much worse today, but it is a little bit worse today. So I'm like, oh fuck, you know. Hey, Assassin's Creed. Assassin's Creed, kitty cat. Scott, how can we get TOU? Do you mean you? Like YOU? How can we get you addicted to drugs? I don't know. It depends on the drug. Hold on. It takes their motivation to live in the real world, just like weed. Exactly. Yes. That's how porn addiction works.
Hello, I'm Rashida, the smith, and this is fire and steel. Quality armor and weapons. Repairs, too.
I thought you said faulty.
What can I do for you? Knowledge is the key. Have a look around. You won't find better prices.
I think
for
we'll
all
kill
family
Rufio
owned.
after this. I think we'll kill Rufio just to get the Dark Brotherhood quest rolling. Because I don't want to leave that forever and ever and ever. But, you know. Oh, what am I doing? I gotta sell to this chick. We gonna haggle. We haggling. Wit splinter. Didn't I, Oh, no, that's what I got a second ago. I need to fill those soul gems. Fuck it. I'll sell them. Might as well.
Tell your friends about me.
Get him addicted to restoration magic. I don't have enough magicka for that. Alright. We're gonna kill Rufio now. All right. Ah, man, I am not even close to that shit. That's it, man. You need a reason to put one foot in front of the other in life, and when you were addicted to things that you can get, then that you can access basically from your bed, then that reason is hard to find. Yes, you know, in the past it would have been like drugs and alcohol, and don't get me wrong, today is still drugs and alcohol, but like alcohol specifically was a little bit more normalized, you know. And if we're just being honest here, most people are not like equipped to be anything other than just lever pullers at factories and shit like that. It's just the way it is. And I don't mean like, oh, they're just not educated enough. I mean literally like spiritually all they are is a fucking they screw caps onto toothpaste bottles. That's that's the only thing they're really good for, you know. Um that's all they are equipped for spiritually is to dig holes, to carry big objects from point A to point B. That's all they got. That's all they got to look forward to. No amount of education is going to make them anything better than that. And because of that, you'll have dudes that are like, "Oh yeah, I have a computer science degree, but I'm addicted to fucking porn," you know? It always comes out and haunts them. You know, it's just the way it is. And there's nothing you can do to help those people either because they're going to be pussies about it, you know? Like, I checked my phone a second ago. Somebody sent me a screenshot of one of the people who was in here trying to talk shit about my work ethic and shit like that. They were saying something on, oh, wow, unicorn. Oh, shit. Oh, no, don't kill the unicorn, bro. That's a sin to kill a unicorn. You better be nice to that thing. Hey, pal. Hey, pal. Oh, yo, leave him alone. 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 Yo, that's crazy, bro. Is he gonna attack me? Oh, fuck. He is attacking me. Oh, shit. Oh, damn. Oh, damn. Okay. All right. Okay. Whoops. Oh, fuck. It's so rare that I find a unicorn in this game. I wanted to see if I could be his pal. Damn. That sucks. Anyway, there we go. Yeah, like that's just like that kind of person. It's just like that kind of spiritual loser to be like, haha, I'm gonna talk shit to somebody, and then when they're like, yo, you're a shit talker, shut up. Run to like a corner of the internet to be like, oh, Scott's pissed off, haha. He's crying because I lightly trolled him. It's like you weren't lightly trolling me. You were calling into question my virility as well as my everything. You know, that's not light trolling. You were being a bitch, and I told you to stop being a bitch, and now you're mad about it. You know? But like that's what I'm saying is like there's absolutely positively nothing I could do to help that guy out. Like there's nothing I could do, nothing I could say to get him to understand what's going on with me or to get him to understand what's going on with him and why his life is so shitty, you know? There's people out there that you just cannot help them and they cannot help themselves, and because of that, like honestly, there's a piece of it that's like, yo, just let them fucking drink, bro. As long as they're not drinking and driving, as long as they're not hurting anybody, what's it matter? You know, what's it matter? Let them wake up and have a beer at 9 a.m., you know? But, like, you have other things where it's like, you have other situations where it's just like, oh, this dude's addicted to porn and he can't be a functioning member of society, you know? We didn't expect much of this guy to begin with. We didn't think he was going to be anything special to begin with. We just expected him to be able to fucking pull the lever, to screw on the cap, to fucking package the thing, to put the thing inside the package and then seal it up. That's all we expected the guy to do. That's all we wanted out of him. you know? But he can't even do that now because he's sitting at home jerking it all day, or because he shows up, he's stoned off his gourd, and now the fucking product is faulty, you know? Oh, excuse me. It's like when you understand, and me, like, I'm the kind of person where I care about people a little bit too much. Even if I don't care about you, I want to see you do well, and because of that, I will try and help you out, right? So I make the mistake of trying to explain things to people. I'm an explainer, you know. My wife can vouch for me on that one. That's definitely one of my faults, is that I'm an explainer. Um, and it's like it's not a good thing. It comes from a good place. My heart is in a good place, but I know, looking at someone and interacting with someone, if they're going to be the kind of person who's like, but no, you don't understand, you know, that kind of guy. And what was I going to say? Oh man, sorry, I'm exhausted. There's like no point to it. There's no point. There's no reason to, excuse me. There's no point and there's no reason to try and help people like that, because or even just explain to them these things, because they're not only not going to get it, they're going to hate you for it, and they're going to act like you're an asshole for not appreciating them being like a piece of shit to you, you know? It's like I said, they are they are spiritually what they are built for is picking up trash on the side of a freeway. They will never do anything, they have never done anything, and they will continue to never, they are not doing anything. They never have done anything, and they never will do anything that is any more important than deciding what they want to eat that night. That's just the way it is, you know. And am I saying like, oh, that makes them bad? No, of course not. The majority of people are like that. Am I going to say the majority of people are evil or stupid or anything like that? I don't think the majority of people are stupid. I just think that spiritually, metaphysically, they are not anything special, and you cannot expect anything serious out of them. You cannot expect anything good out of them. And um because of that, you should just leave them to be the peons. You should leave them to be the ones that are pulling the levers, you know? They are the cogs in the machine, and if one of those cogs breaks down, the whole machine breaks down. So that, in and of itself, actually circles back around and makes them pretty fucking important, right? But you can't expect them to appreciate, you know? They just won't get it. They just won't understand.
Well, I'll be a spotted snow bear. A customer. We got plenty of rooms if you want one. Ain't nobody staying here these days except old Rufio.
Must be nice to run an inn in like medieval Europe, you know? Oh man. Neon says Marx is here. The workers of the world, unite. You have nothing to lose but your chains.
Rufio? He's an old codger. Been living here for a couple of weeks now.
An old codger.
You ask me, he's hiding from something. But what do I care? He pays his tab. His room is downstairs, in what I like to call the private quarters. Use that hatch in the floor over there, but don't expect a warm reception. A bed? Well, of course, of course. I've got a small room available right upstairs. First door on the left. Only 10 gold. What do you say? All right, then. You're all set.
Orc
Remember,
Marks
first
mix.
door on your left.
Orc meow Marks. Yeah.
Goodbye, my friend. And remember, you're always welcome here.
I gotta use the silver or steel. Or should I do wit splinter? Nah. We're gonna use a silver dagger. Wait, don't I have the blade of woe? Oh yeah. You see, if I use the blade of woe on him, it's like I think I get like something, you know, better or something like that. I don't know. I think every man believes he's at least half decent. Yeah, everybody wants to believe they're a good person, you know? Like, even me, I want to believe that I'm a good person, but I know I'm not. And I think that's a very important thing as a man to realize is that you are not a good person. Your horizons open up when you realize that you're not a good person and you stop trying to pretend that you are. Because there's a lot of things that your ego will allow you to believe a good person would not do. And you become capable of those things, right? And I don't mean any atrocities or anything like that. It's not like I'm not some weird accelerationist guy, 09A dude, obviously not. But um, when you ditch that self belief that you are a good person, when you ditch that egotistical belief that you're a good person, it enables you to be a lot quicker on the draw with certain things, like, for instance, violence in defense of myself or another person. You know, my entire life I had this strange belief that a good person doesn't do X, Y, and Z when it comes to like self defense. You know, I don't throw the first punch. I wouldn't throw the first punch. I'd give him the first punch, right? Like that type of thing. That's what somebody who egotistically believes they are a good person would do is allow themselves to believe that a good guy doesn't throw the first punch, right? But that's just not the case, you know. Now, like, again, another example, the dude from Sticker Mule that gave them that self defense class thing before like everything kind of went to shit for the season. The one where he told people to hold a rear naked choke like this, right? I know you guys can barely see me right now, but like, you know, fucking like literally holding a rear naked choke like this instead of like that with the head in here. Like he was sitting here the whole time telling them, you don't want to engage. You don't want to engage. You want to throw one or two punches and then get out of there. And it's like, that is because he wants to believe that he is teaching people to be the good guy. You know, there's definitely a piece of what he's teaching in there that is founded in him wanting to believe that he is the good guy, that he's teaching good guys how to be good guys. And that's just not the case, you know. When I teach someone how to protect themselves, first off, I'm not teaching them how to do what he's telling them how to do, right? But then on top of that, also, I'm just straight up teaching people how to win a fight. That's what I'm doing, you know. The fight doesn't have to be a prolonged thing. It could be two moves, one move, and then you're out of there. But I'm not teaching you to throw a punch while trying to step backwards and then run off. I'm teaching you to seriously try and fight this person until it is actually appropriate for you to get the fuck out of Dodge. That's what I'm doing. And it's because I'm not expecting anyone to be any kind of morally just guy. I'm expecting them to protect themselves in whatever way they need so that they can get home safe to the best of their ability. You know, that's what I want to do. I don't care. I don't care about like what somebody off to the side would think a good guy would do versus a bad guy would do. Fuck that guy. He's not in the situation. He's watching the situation go down. So fuck it. Who cares? You know. But like overall, when you ditch the belief that you are a good person, it helps you if you're handling it the right way, if you're approaching it the right way. It helps you to understand that you are capable of some really, really bad shit, and it makes you a little bit more cognizant of what you're doing. You know, you start to second guess yourself in a good way, not in an anxiety ridden way, in a good way. You start wondering about what your intentions are. You start wondering if you're always approaching things in the way that you should be approaching them. And you start to act in a way that minimizes damage in not just your life, but also the lives of other people. You know, you become a much more careful person if, and only if, you are approaching this in the right way. You know, the opposite end of that spectrum is, yeah, no, I'm not a good guy, so I'll just start robbing banks. Who cares? I'll be the bad guy. That's fine by me. Like, you have to be very careful to not end up being like that. Which there's a lot of people out there that do. There's a lot of people out there that are like that, you know. But you want to be you want to be someone who is not going to try and uphold your ego just for the sake of you and everybody else thinking you're a good dude. You know, you want to be an effective person. You want to be an efficient person. You want to be someone who is not going to be bogged down into allowing somebody else to knock you the fuck out because, oh, I'm the good guy. I'm not throwing the first punch, you know? That fucking stupid ass Cobra Kai shit, you know? Cobra Kai was such a shitty show. It was a really good bad show, if I could say that. It was a really good bad show because it was founded in that egotistical, this is what good guys do type of shit. And in the beginning, they had a really, really good premise on their hands where the show was about Johnny Lawrence. It wasn't about Miyagi-Do. It was about Johnny Lawrence and his redemption arc. And he had a more believable redemption arc where, yeah, he was taught wrong, but not everything about how he was taught was even necessarily bad. You know, there are things that work from that. And he's trying to fix the things that don't work while keeping the things that do work. And what it became after a while is, again, this weird wannabe Disney, but Miyagi wouldn't have killed somebody. But Miyagi-Do said defense, said defense, said balance. We need balance. Defense. Haha. You know I'm not going to throw the first punch. Like, that's, excuse me, that's what it ended up becoming about. And that was just like the dumbest fucking thing, you know? And it's an extremely, extremely good example of what happens when somebody who has that weird mindset, that weird state of mind about what a good guy does versus a bad guy, and them being a good guy and wanting to be a good guy. That's a kind of show that is made by somebody who's trying to push that, you know? And it just looks and sounds and is kind of stupid, you know? Fucking. Anyway, with that said, let's go kill somebody. Right in the dick. A knife in the dark. The man named Rufio is dead. The next time I sleep in a location deems secure, Lucy and LeChance will visit me once more and complete my entrance into the Dark Brotherhood. Take that. Just gonna go ahead, sleep with the corpse, you know? Put on a show for old Lucian. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna add to the strength just because I want to be able to carry more speed, agility. Besides, I'm jumping around all day. You think I'm not gonna get functional strength?
How do I know this? You will find that the Dark Brotherhood knows a great many things, for you are now part of the family. Indeed. For the slaying of Rufio is the signing of a covenant, the manner of execution, your signature. Rufio's blood, the ink. As a speaker of the Black Hand, I directly oversee a particular group of family members. You will join that group and fulfill any contracts given. You must now go to the city of Cheydinhal, to the abandoned house near the eastern wall. Enter the basement and attempt to open the black door. You will be asked a question. Answer thusly. Sanguine, my brother. You will gain entrance to the sanctuary. Once inside, speak with
Picking his
each other.
nose. Picking his nose.
We must now take our leave of each other, you and I, for there is much work to be done. I'll be following your progress. Welcome to the family.
Alright, cool.
You are now one. I am done with you for now. Go to the Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary.
I should have asked him some questions.
And speak with Ochiva. She will provide further instructions.
Can I ask? Oh, that's it. Hold on one sec. I just realized my fucking thing is a little bit fucked up. I missed a bunch of shit because fucking oh. I missed a bunch of shit because my chat was like all the way up here, you know? It's supposed to be down here. Anyway. Bilal or Shavkat, I have no clue. I don't really watch either of them, to be honest with you. I'm really not that interested in them. At least maybe your ego will die when you wake up at the intensive care unit if you let someone throw the first punch. Yeah, maybe, you know. Somebody else said the road to hell is paved with good intentions. Yes, very much true. Cobra Kai taught me the pencil to neck maneuver. No way I was about to ask you your opinion on Cobra Kai. Yeah, like, I wanted to like it, and I still want to like it. I really want to like it. It's just a really unlikable show in that way. But it's like I said, it's a good bad show. And because of that, I keep watching it. And I am looking forward to the finale. But like, every time I watch it, I can't help but be pissed off about it, you know? So the crime scene is the place Lucien deems secure, exactly.
Hail, friend. Good to see you again. What can old Mannheim help you with? Rufio?
He's an old codger.
Farewell, and tell your friends
You can talk and write and boast about your Fenians and your clans, and how the boys from County Cork beat up the Black and Tans. I knew a little codger who came out without a scar. His name was Paddy Mulligan, the man from Mullingar. I must now go to the... Oh, yeah, I ain't too worried about that. I'm going to go ahead. I'm going to go to Coral. No, that's Anvil. Where's Coral? Coral! The Pews chased him out of Connemara for beating up the valiant Dan O'Hara. You should play a Souls game. Yeah. I'm not a fan of games that are extremely, extremely hard, if I'm just being honest with you, you know? When I play video games, I want it to be a relaxing experience, not a sweaty experience, you know? And those games are a little sweaty for my liking. They're really good games, I know. It's just, you know, there's a reason why I don't play them necessarily, you know? Alright, where's...
well met.
Azan, I'm pretty sure, is where the guy I'm supposed to be speaking to here. I thought, or was it was Chadenhall, or was it Leowin or something like that? I don't know. I gotta figure this out, though. What? Well. Halgard's Tale. Curious about that. Sweet. Hell yeah. I'll take it. And then, boink. I'll just drop that. Go fuck yourself. Take that. I'd love to live in a room like this, like a circular room. I feel like that'd be cool. Maybe a little bit bigger. But I love houses that have, like, the tower type deals on them, you know? Those things are so cool. Take the repair hammer, I might as well. Where the hell is everybody? I could have swore I could have swore Azan is here. Or was it the Leowin Fighters Guild or something? No, no.
A
I don't
pleasure
think so.
to see you.
Literally nobody is here. A filthy Khajiit, yes, sir. Is Peter Yan the best in Bantam? I say yes. I don't know. I don't know. He's definitely one of the best strikers, you know? Definitely one of the best strikers, hands down. Oh, no, this is modern Orin. I get paid to kill things. So Coral. So oh no, it's Anvil or Chaden Hall. Anvil or Chaden Hall. So I'm gonna go to Anvil. Azan is Anvil, Southwest Port. Ah, yes, okay. There it is. I think we had the revelation around the same time. Fucking Fuller Abyss. I'm gonna do one more and then I'm gonna head out.
Greetings.
Jita.
What is it?
Wait. Oh, nope. I'm in Rano, Maglir.
You again.
Go fuck yourself.
How are you today?
You want to live in a circular room until you get a poster to hang on the wall. I suppose that's true. I don't talk to any of these people ever for any reason, because why would I? There's so many of them at each place. It's like, yeah.
A pleasure to speak with you. Our Fighters Guild chapter here is big, primarily because we're a training center, which earns us each a good living.
All right.
I don't have anything for anyone in your rank.
Ah, you fucking asshole. You fucking asshole.
Farewell.
Exactly. They are so beneath me. I'm the hero of Kavach. This dude's fucking bald. He's a Norwood 20. Pretty sure it's Westgate.
Greetings to you.
Shut up. Alright, so here's the chapel. Oh.
Have pity on an old
If you want to start now, baby, you can. It's up to you. I don't know how hungry you are.
You want one or two?
No, I'll take two.
done is done. Well met.
I'm pretty sure it's around here.
Can I help you,
Yes, here it
brother?
is. Oh. Where is he? The fucking bastard. Basement. This next UFC card is all right, and that's the last one of the year. Yeah, it's Jan versus Figueiredo, right? Pretty sure it is. You could use some dragon shouts on these NPCs. That'd be nice. No, really, where the fuck is Grow Cash? These guys are all just fucking... See, this is beautiful. I'd love to have a 2-story house in a place like this, you know? You walk outside, there's a fucking mountain right there. I'd just be chilling. I'd set up a Actually, I'd set up a chair right here and I'd just stay chilling out here. This is such a nice view. No, really, I don't know where the fuck these guys are. This isn't a big this isn't a big thing either. I'm literally gonna have to wait until they are home. Too bad you can't tell your houseboys go get the NPC you want to contact exactly. He just laid down.
It's my pleasure. Please continue. Nothing now, not at your rank. Go see Azan. I'm sorry, you're not.
What the fuck?
You too.
All right, so I gotta figure this shit out. Hopefully, hopefully it's not another broken fucking thing. You know, I'll go see Azan and Anvil. Maybe I have to ask him for. Maybe I'm supposed to ask him for advancement first. Greetings. Didn't I just get advanced too? Or maybe I have to go to Orin for more duties or something like that. I don't know. You know, either way. Shit's annoying.
It's my pleasure. Please continue. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so.
I don't have anything for anyone in your rank.
The fuck?
Check with Burrs Grokash in Shadenhall. He might have something.
No, nobody has anything. Sorry, one sec. Yeah, so let's see if we can find so that last one was here it is. Yeah, so the Master's Son. Let's look up the quest line, right? Fighters Guild Oblivion. Democrat moron says, "Yo, please tell me Scott does not play a cat." I don't play a cat, sir. I play a Khajit. A Khajit. All right. The Master's Son. Oh, fucking hey, dude. It doesn't. Den of Thieves. It doesn't give them to you in the okay, quest flow chart. The Master's Son. Oh, so you know I got to keep going back to Modern Oren. He's got more duties for me. Wish I knew that. Get out of my face. Oh, fuck, he's back. He's back. Alright, let's go get him killed again, huh?
Take care.
Hondatar.
What's going on with you?
Honditter. Could have swore the Fighters Guild, perfect.
Greetings.
Yes, things could always be worse, and probably will be. I'm Kurz Grobaroth. What can I do for you?
Go ahead.
Farewell.
You again. Fine. I imagine you're looking for work from me.
Yes.
I'm going to need you to find Maglir again.
Ah.
A little fetcher. Wish I knew what happened. He had a contract for a local mage in Bravil. Didn't seem like a particularly difficult assignment. He hasn't reported to the client at all. Get yourself down to Bravil and find Maglir. Make sure
Bravil.
that contract of his gets done. And send him to me.
All right,
Stop
let's go.
staring at me. Let's get to work.
Bravel. Gotta go to Bravel. Braville's a nice place too. I like the it's like I like the all wood aesthetic. You know, it's nice.
Well met. What?
Oh, it's my pleasure. Please continue. Maglir. I think I've seen him. Try in the Lonely Suitor Lodge.
See, like, there's no reason to go to this Fighters Guild.
Argonians say they have been called back to Black Marsh. They disappear into the swamps and are never seen again.
I have heard Argonia is a strange and treacherous
What's going
place.
on with you?
It is no wonder odd things are happening.
You know, like, there's no reason for me to... Yeah, that is nice how varied the towns are in this game. But, like, I was saying, like, there's no reason for me to, like, run around here. But this is a nice Fighters Guild. You know? Dude, why would you close the door? This is why I hate you. This is legit why I can't stand you. You know, big-ass rooms. Some leaks. They get leaks. How do you like that Missy went Hawk Twa after the show? She has merch, a podcast, React content. She gets 2,000 views a stream for now. She's doing very well. She has a Patreon with $500 tiers. She went full Hawk Twa. Good for her. Now's the time to do that. You know? She's doing it the right way, if anything. Getting as much money as she can. And, you know, just doing her thing. Good for her, you know? Fucking... That E-fame ain't forever, especially when all you're known for is for being on a reality TV show, you know? I know Josie has her hardened fan base. I know Letty has her hardened fan base and stuff like that. But the thing is, like, they're not like Josie. I love Josie, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying this is like a slight in any way, shape, or form, but Josie probably has another year to a year and a half where she's going to be able to kind of make the money that she makes, and like not have to worry about what's coming after that. Like if we're being honest here, and if not, then great. Seriously, great. I'm really, really happy about that, obviously. But you know, Josie has been really trying to cash in this last year and a half, which is a very good thing for her. That's very, very good for her. Now, Mizzy, she is starting up. You know, she's simpable to a degree. She's got that alt girl thing going on. You know, and people, I guess, after she left, started kind of coming around to her to a certain degree. You know, so you know, it wouldn't surprise me if she's able to capitalize off of that in a certain sense for a little while. You know. Well, we'll see. We'll see. You know, I'd like to see some kind of podcast with season 1, 2, and 3 contestants. Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to be buddy with the season 3 contestants because I don't know any of them. You know, I'm not gonna hit up Mizzy and be like, hey, you don't know me, but I was on all these other seasons. I wasn't on this season, but I was on the other season. Do you want to collab? Do you want to collab? Like, I'm not about to do that. You know. Maybe Luke, because he's not just a contestant, he was a plant, and he is vaguely aware of me to a degree. You know, he followed me on Instagram, and I followed him back, and we check each other's stories and shit like that. You know, he's someone that I know I could collab with and not feel like weird about it, you know. But it would feel weird if I was hitting up Laron like, hey, do you want to like stream together? You know, it'd be weird if I was hitting up Mizzy like, hey, do you want? Hey, I'm from season 2. You know, that'd be weird. So I'm not trying to do that. It's one thing if like for some reason, you know, like let's say Mizzy or Alexis or Ted or somebody is in the chat one night, right? And they happen to notice my green text, and they're like, "Oh, hey, who are you? Huh, that's funny." And we strike up conversation, and we become cool that way. That's one thing. But I'm not about to have like a season 2 versus season 3 Jeopardy like I did seasons 1 and 2. You know, because I don't have a relationship built up with any of those people. You know, it just is what it is. Alt girl, aka big titty goth girl, basically. Basically.
Yes?
Shut up.
Oh, look. You again.
Haha, just kidding. Oh.
Am I supposed to be impressed?
Yes. I'm literally fucking you up with a toothpick. Alright, I gotta reload that save.
You again. I imagine I know why you're here, Guildrat.
Guildrat.
Defaulted? That all you talk about? I'm Blackwood Company now. Plenty of work, the pay is good, and I don't have Orain on my back all the time.
Or rain. You are without honor.
Honor, huh? I prefer feeding my family. I figure I owe you one for covering for me, so I'll let you leave. Get moving before I forget myself.
Before I forget myself. Oh boy.
You again. Good news from...
You again.
You're wasting your time.
So he's joined the Blackwood Company. Alright, so where do I go from here?
Greetings.
Whoa. Whoa. Do I gotta go back to Orin? Modern Orin? Whatever the fuck his name is. Nope. I always forget.
How are you today?
Shut up. Where is everybody, dude? It's crazy. They straight up just disappear.
Hello.
What's the story on Maglir and his contract? Yes? I assume you've spoken to that lout Maglir. The little bastard! We took him in when no one else would. This is how he repays us? Talk to Ariari in Bravil. She's our client. Do the job.
All right.
Stop staring.
Thoughts on Elder Scrolls 6 coming out any year now? Yeah, I'm sure we'll see that by like 2040, you know. Maybe if we're lucky it'll be like 2039, somewhere around there. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited because I want to see the other parts of Tamriel, you know. Like, that's one of the reasons I'm excited for Morrowind, is because it's going to be a completely different place, you know? Oh, well, hello there.
I'm sorry, but I'm really not one for engaging in conversation. Please, leave me. I'm sorry, but I'm
Alright, well. You reach up, kiss lucky old lady on the cheek, and hope you'll get your wish. Oh, you know what? You know what? I'm pretty sure this is one of the Dark Brotherhood guys from he's part of the Black Hand, I'm pretty sure. I think he might be part of the Black Hand, and I have to kill him at some point. The Forlorn Watchman. They announced it like 6 years ago, so I assume not. I'm excited to see how much far left propaganda is shoved into the Elder Scrolls 6. Oh, dude, of course.
It's about time someone from the Fighters Guild showed up. I've got work for you to do. I need Imp-Gall for my research. I don't know much about that ghost, but some say he died in a horrible shipwreck. I would stay away from him if I were you.
Fallout 5 VR on the MetaQuest 60.
Each night
Hell
he
yeah.
wanders the shore of Nibbin Bay. Then he stops and looks mournfully out to sea. If you're interested, you may want to see
Black Nords in the Elder Scrolls 6. Of course, of course.
When it comes to local legends, he's
What's the matter? Can't stand the sight of a Black Nord?
I need Imp-Gall for my studies. 10 portions of it, in fact. Since I hired the Fighters Guild, I expect you to get it done. And carefully, please. You might check Robbers Glen Cave for the Imp-Gall. That place has been known to contain the imps.
Alright.
Goodbye.
Let's ride.
Hail.
Shut up. Robbers, whatever cave. Harcane Grove. Sit down and shut up. The Black Jarl is speaking. Look, the Black Jarl is speaking. Listen and learn. I like their way of covering up the dick here. I just noticed that. Interesting. What's going on, Pork Inch? Watch it on Twitter. On Tweeter. I saw footage from the new Dragon Age. It was hilarious. They have a whole quest line about a demon lady coming out to her mother as non-binary. Oof. Ouch. 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 You know, like, there's you know, the funny thing is they'll be like, what? It's a fantasy game, so who cares, dude? Who cares? Everything's made up. And it's like, yeah, it's a fantasy game that's designed to remove me from the shitty reality that we live in. I don't want things that are going to bring me back into the reality that we live in. And this is one of the reasons why I get so butthurt about AoE, is because, like I said, the world we live in, everybody's trying to use every little, like, weird corner cut, and they're inching and scraping, just reading the rule book top to bottom, front to back, left to right, upside down, 360, 540, looking for little loopholes and ways they can be like, well, actually, technically, people are always looking for technicalities, and they're always looking for a way to try and force you into a spot that's just shitty for their own benefit, you know? And when I get home from work and I play AoE, I want an experience that is a little bit more upfront and a little bit more honest than the one that I'm playing, than the one that I experience in the everyday world. I want a situation where the indignity of the world is not seeping in for 45 minutes to an hour. That's all I want. That's all I want, you know? And then I play and there's some guy who he castle drops because he was sweaty. He read the rule book. He crunched the numbers and he found every little technicality that he can play. So now he's castle dropping in the middle of your settlement, and winning not with like an army that he's sending your way, but literally just with that singular building, or a tower or a TC or something like that. And that shit is annoying because that's the exact type of shit you would expect from a fucking jailhouse lawyer type guy, a Saul Goodman kind of guy. That's what I was dealing with at my work before my boss got fired for sexual harassment. Was he was looking in every corner of the rule book for a way that he could get rid of me without there actually being like due process and having the right thing go down. And that was like fucking ridiculous. And going back to what you're talking about Dragon Age, like, okay, let's say I agree that non-binary is a real thing, right? Just for the sake of argument, I'll say non-binary is a real thing. Keep it out of my fucking video games, because I'm not playing video games to be reminded of the world. I'm playing video games to escape the world for a little while. But that's the entire point of what they're doing, is they're trying to make sure that you don't have any escape. They want to be in your face 24/7, 365, and you have to be thinking about them every single minute of the day. Whether it's positive thoughts about like, wow, non-binary, I really like that. I agree with that. Yeah, wow, that's so nice. Wow, that's great. Or if it's this fucking bullshit, dude, what the fuck, dude? And really the best thing you can do is to just not care, right? If a game has that in it, just don't play it, you know? And if a game has it in it and you're playing it, just ignore the fact that it's in there. Just be like, oh, that was stupid. Anyway, moving on. You know, don't make an angry tweet about it. Don't do anything like that. You know, your best bet. Oh, look, spiderweb. Run right through it. Your best bet is always going to be to just be like, nah, I'm not even going to give that attention. You know, because that's what they want first and foremost, is either positive or negative attention. Because these guys are vampires and they're feeding off of your attention and energy and things like that. And they enjoy it. You know, they enjoy it because they are some of the worst kinds of people that you will ever meet. You know, yeah, I've met criminals. I've met dudes that rob, that steal, that sell drugs, that are better people to be around than the type of people who are like, yeah, and we're going to put non-binary shit into this fantasy game. And then we're going to gaslight you and victim blame when you're like, wow, I didn't want to buy this. That sucks. Excuse me. Anyway, it's because the far left has infiltrated every single American university on every level and spawned a new generation of fully indoctrinated game devs. Well, yeah. Yeah, it's not just the thing you have to understand is it extends beyond the universities. And in fact, universities are, I mean, they're the problem, obviously. They're definitely part of the problem, but they're not the main problem. The main problem is the fact that outside of the universities, people have been able to infiltrate all of these other places and stuff like that. Well, hello there. It's one thing when universities are teaching bullshit and you have to de-radicalize a kid when he gets out of university. That's bad enough, and it shouldn't be happening, and we definitely should be attacking that, aggressively. And when I say that, obviously I don't mean physically. What I mean is we should be trying to incentivize colleges to not hire people like that, and to not fire people who are not like that, right? And there's multiple ways that can be done, but it's nothing you or I personally can take care of. It's something that is going on well above our heads. But in addition to that, we also have to make sure that like HR departments are not listened to, and or HR departments are infiltrated. You like literally one of the best things you could ever do is to go to college and become something where you're going to go into an environment that is usually populated by like pink hair weirdos and shit like that. And when you end up in a situation where somebody might get fired because they misgendered somebody else by mistake, instead of firing them, you say, hey man, just be careful. Get out of here. That's literally one of the best things you can do, because that's a situation where their system did not work for them. And it's because you infiltrated, you utilized entryism in order to stop that from happening. You know, This is how jury nullification works as well. I'm not telling anyone to purposefully seek out juries to try and taint them. That's not what I'm saying. But like, the idea is, even if someone's guilty, a jury will be like, yeah, he's guilty of the crime, but the crime is bullshit anyway. So like, whatever, he's not guilty. You know, he did it. Yeah, but we're not going to find him guilty. He killed a pedophile that was like in the act of trying to like touch his kid. We're not going to find this dude guilty. Yeah, he did it. He did it. Yeah, but we're not going to find him guilty for it. No. Like that's the kind of thing that happens every now and again, you know? And that's what should be happening with gun charges and stuff like that in many cases, for one thing. But like I said, I'm not trying to be like, yes, you should do it. You should do it. You should do it, right? And I stay out of stuff like that. In an almost perfect world where people are still getting charged for just having guns, you know, and there's a jury trial, somebody in the jury will be like, no, that's bullshit. We got to find him not guilty. And everyone else will be like, yeah, no, it is a stupid law. He broke the law, but the law was stupid, so fuck it, you know? In an almost perfect world, that's what would happen. And it's the same idea, you know, if you have any interest in anything, but you're afraid that you're not going to be welcome because it's like a far left thing. Like if your passion is human resources, if you want to be a part of an HR department, for one thing, you can hopefully find a company where they know that HR is bullshit and they're looking for a guy who is not going to be an idiot about it, right? But then also you can be that mole on the inside who is making sure that guys who are completely innocent, they just got accused of some kind of weird bullshit, they don't end up getting fired for it, you know? Fucking but yeah, you know, it's just thoughts. It's just thoughts. I could have made that. Oh. Could have made that one too, but doesn't even matter. Is that a ghost? No, that's a ray of light. Oh. Oh, somebody found me. Somebody knows I'm here. Yeah. Oh, blasted him. Damn. All right, so that's 4 that I have right now. I need 10. Let me sneak up on him. Oh, no. Took his ship before he even hit the ground. Ah, damn, I tried to do it again. If you want to be part of an HR department, you were probably a homosexual, gay, both of them, I guess. I don't know, fat dork or woman or leftist or dork. Yes, and that, like, there is a certain kind of person, right, that wants to be a part of an HR department. But, you know, I think the main thing is changing the environment in a way where HR will either go away, or if it's considered to be that necessary, you'll at the very least be able to have you'll be able to have it for a different reason. It's not just going to be for like training people on how to not be racist, you know, as if people need training for that, you know, as if one, you're going to convince someone not to be racist with a fucking dumbass ooh, interesting, a dumbass fucking thing, you know, a video, poorly acted, poorly scripted video. Yeah, that's going to convince somebody. But in addition to that, like, you like the HR department could be for other things, and a lot of the time it is for other things. Like, for instance, chances are the reason I didn't get fired outright for the bullshit that my boss was trying to hit me with. Ooh, skooma, hell yeah, I'll take that. The reason I probably didn't get fired outright for the bullshit my boss was trying to hit me with, all these lies about me and shit like that, is because the way the union works is there's supposed to be progressive discipline. So unless I like knock somebody out, or unless I start like, unless I attack somebody in like a completely unacceptable way, or unless I like spit in somebody's food or like some other, come on, oh fuck, unless I like spit in somebody's food or like damage somebody's car or something like that, it can't just be one offense and then I'm gone. And that includes situations where the company might lose money, because that's what they tried to argue, is that I endangered some of their stuff and they were going to lose money off of it. They said it was all good and they didn't lose any money, right? But they said they could have possibly, potentially, if things went wrong, lost money on it. So they were like, we want to get rid of them. But I think HR at the last second was like, yo, like, you can't just fire him like that. Give him a final written warning, even though he's supposed to have 2 written warnings before that, break the rules a little bit, but don't break them in a way where like we're going to have the union breathing down our necks as severely as what you're trying to have them do, And sure enough, that's what happened, because to me, it was so clear that they were going to try and get rid of me. Like, they did the scumbag thing and they fired a couple other people in a similar way to me, but they weren't able to do it with me because the union was the union was protecting me. And the reason why the union couldn't protect those other people is because there was a fuck it, I'll go down there. The reason why the union protected me and not those other people is because those people were on their probationary period. They were probationary people. So the union couldn't protect them until they were they were off that period. But the company was, like I said, being scumbags, and they fired those people before they could get off their probationary period. And it was for like paltry shit too, But I started telling that story again because every time I think about it, I have a moment where I'm like, wow, And I shit you not, like if and when I leave that job, I'll probably name drop my old boss just because that's how little respect I have for him. Because for one thing, he's just a scumbag, but then for another thing, he got fired for fucking sexual harassment. What the fuck? He's trying to fire me, and meanwhile, he's getting handsy with some of these fucking people. That's a guy that, like, yeah, people probably should be keeping an eye out for him, and they probably should be like, oh yeah, that's the guy, I just don't want to take the chance right now. I just don't want to get too ballsy with it right now. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Fuck it, I'll take that. Oh, ho, ho. Fuck, man. That was scary. Anyway, the point that I was making is that is also a reason why HR exists, is to make sure that, like, the company is not doing anything too stupid that's going to get them fucked up. Because my boss at the time, he's not a legal expert. He doesn't know what constitutes not unlawful, but wrongful termination. He has no fucking clue. Where the hell? Oh, the dude's a fucking rube. Oh, thank you, baby. Did you get me soda too, or?
Yes, I got.
Oh, thank you, baby. I appreciate that. Oh man. Oh yeah, thank you. I'm almost done. I'm just completing this last quest, and then I'll be able to eat with you. If you want to turn the light on too, you can. I just do this because I'm a weirdo. Yes. BBQ sauce. Anyway, I'm not a big fan of barbecue sauce on a lot of things. Like, I'm not a big fan of barbecue sauce on ribs and shit like that. But I love barbecue sauce for, like, certain things, Like, I don't mind it on certain types of fries. Like, I got Popeyes for the first time in a long time today. And I like to dip my fries in the Popeyes barbecue. That shit's good, you know? McDonald's sweet and, like, tangy barbecue as well. That's the best barbecue sauce, is the McDonald's barbecue sauce, in my opinion. That's, like, it doesn't get any better than that. That's, like, the gold standard of barbecue. I don't give a fuck what anyone says, you know? A fast food joint can do something right every now and again, and I think McDonald's does barbecue sauce right. I miss the Szechuan sauce as well. Like the Szechuan, like anything that's hyped up because of a meme from Rick and Morty is not going to be that good. But the McDonald's Szechuan sauce, I do think was actually pretty good. I do think it was actually pretty fucking good, you know. And I wish they would come back out with that and make it a regular thing again. That'd be nice, you know. But you know. What kind of sauce do you use for your chicken nuggets? It really depends. Oh man. If I have chicken tenders, right, I prefer ranch. If I have chicken nuggets, I prefer barbecue. I will do ranch on chicken nuggets, but I tend to prefer chicken nuggets with barbecue, specifically if they are McDonald's McNuggets, right? Yeah. It's a fucking Mages Guild. Yeah. I'm not a big hot sauce guy. I'm not a big honey mustard guy. I've never been a honey mustard guy. Never been a big fan of it. Whoa.
How are you?
This bitch got a Norwood.
Hello, Evoker.
I overheard some.
Are you here about joining?
Oh. Well, yeah, fuck it, I guess.
Then you'll need to acquire if there's.
I don't even care. Go fuck yourself. Guess I'm part of the Mages Guild now.
Well, have you found that imp gall for me yet? I've got some research I need.
Ranch is bottom tier. IMO. I like it, you know? I like it.
You've got it. Looks fresh, too. I realize you'll be paid by your superior, but take this as well. It might come in handy in your work.
Alright, we outie.
On time.
10 imp galls removed. Oh yeah, you know what? Adlerin Locke. You know what? I wanna figure out about this Adlerin guy. That way I have another quest I can go to.
Greets you. His work is the castle grounds, Grand Gardens Green.
Ranch is okay, but I only use it on spicy things. Yeah. Scott, the last 30 minutes you have made no progress at all. Sir, I just completed a quest. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, sir.
Yes. Her son's husband, Alaran, is missing. Poor thing. I've seen her crying at the chapel. I hope someone can help her.
All right. Bada bing. Bada boom. So I'm going to save here. Okay. Save again, just to be sure. All right. So, thank you guys very much for showing up today. I'm sorry I was a little late. I'm also sorry if I was a little, fucked up. I'm obviously still dealing with a cold. Should be good next week, obviously. But thank you guys. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate the hell out of you. I am I'm gonna carry on. This is the last week of Fish Tank, so I'm gonna start putting a little bit more effort into the Friday streams specifically after Fish Tank stops. And then in addition to that, I'm also gonna see if Fish Tank streaming is coming back as well. If Fish Tank streaming comes back, then we will have Friday Fish Tank exclusives. Okay. That's what I did with the streaming a little while ago, is I had exclusive streams for the Fish Tank site. It's because you can do a little bit more on the Fish Tank site without running into TOS issues on YouTube. So, I really appreciate that. Sucks that I couldn't make it for season 3. oh well, maybe season 4, but I'll definitely be streaming on that site if they have if they if they have that again. I think Greg will too. I'm sure Oddbod will as well. Oddbod is in Rhode Island. I'm gonna see if I can link up with him at some point. I've just been really busy and fucked up over the last week or two, so I haven't been able to coordinate with him. But yeah, we'll see we'll see what's happening. We'll see what's going on. I will talk to you guys later. All right, and peace out.